We're alive. Alright. Last we saw our heroes of Hyrule. Having followed the call for help from a Rito woman named Ionia, our heroes found themselves trekking up Mount Lanayru to aid a sick dragon. After being swept up in an avalanche, our heroes worked to reach the top in their pairs, where they eventually found the Spring of Wisdom. Sure enough, a dragon was there as well, infected with malice and on the brink of death. Despite the dragon's efforts to distance herself, 11th Hour managed to slay the parasite and receive the thanks of the icy dragon. Lydian learned part of a new song from her, and she also left our heroes with one of her massive scales, which they offered at the spring and reaped the benefits of a blessing. Following this short adventure, there was much discussion about where to go next. To Eldon to find Bogey, Pavilion, and the rest, or to Hebra to find the great fairy Leho. The vote for the latter was unanimous, and to Hebra Tower they teleported via Sheikah Slate. 11th Hour rested for the night after a more than eventful day, and some of them were met with a more than eventful night. Lydian grew closer with Ionia, and Aquila made a breakthrough with LG, who, after collecting enough parts, revealed that they were building a tool for their artificer friend. The following morning, Natara led the group through Tanagar Canyon, up to the facade of an ancient crumbling temple. As our heroes entered, she was able to detect that there was indeed a portal ahead, similar to the Great Fairies before. However, the signal was weaker. Thankfully, due to Natara's impressive instincts, she was able to avoid the initial assault of the multitude of guardians that awaited our heroes further into the chambers of the temple, and that is where we find our heroes now. 11th Hour combat has been waging for a while now, as you work together to control the battlefield and take out each guardian one by one. However, there is something unusual about these particular guardians that certainly Natara has been able to note. They glow with a radiant white light rather than the blue of LG or the purple of the Calamity. The first room has been cleared, and you are well on your way to dealing with those in the subsequent chamber, though many still remain. We will resume where we left off in battle, with the guardians taking their turn. So let me flip us over to the map. Unless you guys are already there and I'm on a different map. Nope. Here we go. Forgotten Temple.
I had Ruins Ambience queued up next. I should just do the battle theme.
You are so quiet, hon.
Am I?
Take out that one.
I have your volume turned up all the way.
Okay. What about now?
Yeah, that's good.
We should have done sound check before.
I was trying. Alright. Let me see where everybody's at here.
Alright.
You can see what. Get the combat music rolling.
I had to check. Listen, I have a lot of things going on.
There indeed are a lot of
settle
things going
down.
on.
This is just a very chill atmosphere right now.
Well, I don't want to
All right.
breathe straight into my microphone, but I want to be loud enough to be heard. So
One can hit Inari. I'm trying to see if this one. No, Natara is.
Natara's hiding too. Yeah.
But one can hit Inari. Let me pull up their sheet.
I forgot that I put myself right here.
I know Natara just needs to take out that one that can aim at her, and then she can get down. Finally.
I think. Oh, I think it's under this.
Another one.
Oh, sorry guys, my computer's slow.
I mean, can you run out?
Yeah.
There we go. Alright. Finally. As soon as the roll goes through. Alright, Inari, that is an 18 to hit.
Oh, wait. I don't... Yeah, that'll hit. Sorry, I thought I had a 20 AC. I don't.
Okay, all good. The Guardian, deep into the dark chamber ahead, targets you and immediately sends a blast for 13 radiant and 15 fire damage.
Is it 28 damage total?
Mhm.
75 minus 28.
But that is the only Guardian that can hit you guys right now. So that brings us to Natara.
Natara's sharpshooting.
Which one? Oh my gosh, you just scared me.
The only one that she could see, which is the one in like the top left corner.
Okay.
I'm trying to ping it, and I don't know if it's working.
That's all right. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. So send. Well, the first one's a crit.
Shut
It's
up.
over, Guardian Bros.
Start off the new year right.
Oh my god. Katie! You're insane.
Cool.
So maybe I don't actually need to do the second one. We'll see. Okay, so that's
This one has not been hit yet, so.
okay, cool. So probably I still will. So that's what? 10 plus 1 plus another 8?
10 plus 8 plus 10
10 plus 8 plus.
for your sharpshooter.
Oh, yeah,
So
I
10
do.
plus 8 for the crit.
Okay. So 18 plus. So 28 damage from sharpshooter. In addition to the crit. The second one would end up being a 13 with the sharpshooter penalty, which I don't think would hit.
I don't think that hits, but I have to find.
It's like their AC is low enough that it makes using sharpshooter every time kind of worth it, but
13 will miss. But you still, what is it?
oh yeah, and she would be
Crit
running
on
out
him.
to do that.
Vulnerable
Oh yeah, that's
eye.
right.
Blinded and stunned.
Does that mean she has advantage on the second attack?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and give it
Well-
another shot there.
I'll
Why won't it change?
pull that one. Okay, that was a 13. Well, I guess 8 with the minus, so wasn't gonna hit either way.
That is alright. Why won't this change? It should be. Computer is wonky right now. Alright, I guess I gotta keep track on here. Alright. Anything else, Nantara?
She's gonna run back into her little hiding place, I guess.
You got it.
Oh,
LG is unconscious.
oh, that's right.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So,
I gotta like kick him down next.
Ionia, next to you, Lydian. Alright, so oh gosh, I haven't done this accent in a while. Ionia from Lanai Vi, what's the plan?
I think we just. I mean, how? You're not very healthy, are you? Right now.
No.
All right.
She is like singed and visibly in bad condition.
You hang back here. I feel like we just kind of poke our heads out, and those of us who with range and spellcasting can kind of pick them off from here. Are you able to like help out, or just maybe just take dodge, or?
Not sure.
If you have anything ranged, any like, don't you have something that you throw?
I do, but I can't. God, I can't do this accent. I can't see in the dark. Oh, sorry, guys. She can. She says she can't see in the dark.
You gotta block off 15 minutes of time before every
Dude,
session.
I know.
Practice.
I know.
It's good
It's
when
so
it's
hard to
good.
jump in. Once I have it, I have it, but it's hard to jump in.
Can't see in the dark.
Mm,
Well, I mean, once you get in range, they do glow, right? So,
she
Yeah.
is just going to hang back, I think. Is there?
that's probably fine. And just
Yeah.
we didn't take a long rest between rooms, did we? We were just kind of trucking on.
No,
Okay,
Yeah.
just jump back in.
wanted to make sure I didn't forget a long rest.
Yeah, I think the plan was we were going to short rest.
Okay.
Did
Yeah,
we?
she is going to just take a dodge action. She's not going to do anything.
I figure we can do either.
More Hannon.
Guitar needs to get down first.
Okay. I am going to try to peek out here. I guess I round the corner and I see this guy here, and I would like to try
Yes.
to get insightful fighting on this fellow.
Oh, let's
Okay.
go. We're so back.
I still have both my spell slots, so.
Oh wait, that's LG.
Oh no,
Wrong
I might
guy.
have a mirror. I might have a mirror image copy up too. This is
Ignore that. That's LG. Okay.
I've got some work to get in.
All right. I have the roll here.
Yeah, I got
Damn.
26 on my insight check.
So yeah, that even the Guardian crit, but it's not enough. It's not nearly. It is less. They crit, but it's less than 20. It is ugly.
Noted.
Yeah. So you gain insightful fighting on that one. This one has also not been targeted yet.
Okay, cool. And I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna step back to Ivy spot.
No attack or anything on it.
Nope.
Okay. Inari,
All
you've
right.
just been blasted.
Yeah. I'm gonna move her up 1, 2. It's enough to see it. I'm gonna try to hit this one with firebolt. Bolt, not ball. I don't have fireball.
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you're definitely good.
Yeah, so let me send that. I crit on that. So that's...
Sure. Okay. Why not?
Okay.
It's over, Guardian Bros.
You're off
So-
right.
Yeah, let me unclick dueling, because that won't
What, 3?
go for there.
It looks
but-
like this one has also not been targeted
So
yet.
it's actually... Hey John, are you good at math?
39 fire damage.
Well, I use
Yeah.
weapon when fire spell
That's
works
busted.
just
That's
as good.
busted, man. That's
Is it
busted.
just 39?
Yeah, I think it's 39. And then
Yes.
I'm gonna have her move over one more after that.
I say
so
just, but
she's hidden. And
Okay.
then I'm end my turn there.
Lydian.
So I checked the I checked the logs, and I'm pretty sure I cast mirror image before, and I rolled a 19 and a 15. So I think I still have 3 duplicates of myself.
No,
I don't-
one duplicate.
You
of
would have
yourself.
one if that's the case.
What do you mean? Oh, no, like if I roll high enough, it doesn't hit. Oh, well, I
If
guess
you roll
yeah,
high
it would,
enough,
hit,
it
it would
does.
hit a duplicate, not me. Okay,
Yeah.
twice, and then yes, I have 1 duplicate left. Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay.
Cool. I am going to poke my head out and try to. Oh no, do I not have dynamic lighting working?
Can you not see? You might not have enough.
I think I'm the only one who's actually lit up. Remember?
Yeah, because you have light on you. That's why you could see.
Right.
But Lydian, you cannot see in the dark. I mean, you can see the Guardians, right? Like how they're
Oh
glowing.
yes. The turn order was blocking the one that I think I hit before. This one, right?
Oh.
Back here.
No, you hit the one to the right of it.
I hit the one to the.
Natara hit the one on the left. It is
Oh,
currently stunned and blinded.
So would that take any? That wouldn't take any more damage from just melee attacks, right? For that one, or like what would stun and blind? It just loses.
I think it's just attacks. I gotta look it up. I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't know if that gives any more advantage to us.
I haven't played D&D since we last played, guys. I don't know how to play anymore.
What is this game that we're playing?
Blinded fails stuff. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Okay, I'll just. I'm gonna cast the spell anyway, so that won't matter. I am just going to start it off with. I think Kotera's Psychic Plants. Just to
Which one?
That's the one that's already weakened. That's my last
They're-
4th level.
They're both hit.
They're both. Oh, okay. Well, this
Yeah,
one.
you. Okay,
Same
yeah,
one
that's the one you hit
Yeah. Yeah.
before.
That one.
That one is in very bad condition.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try to finish that one off.
Okay.
Just like
All
for
right.
starters, like it's an appetizer, a 4th level spell.
Intelligence. Let's see. That is an 11.
That fails.
Okay.
Takes 22 damage.
And it is defeated.
Cool.
From within, it just kind of the head spins around, and it just I don't know. You're dealing psychic damage to a construct
Hey, whatever
that
works.
has nothing against it. Yeah,
Alright. And
check that off the
I'm
list.
gonna get out of line of sight. Back and duck away again next to Ionia.
Aquila.
I'm going to first command Diala to move here. And then I'm going to back into the and wait to sort of like cover or help out with Natara's retreat down here.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
I don't think that any of the guardians can really do anything. It's just a matter of this one. No, that's not clear. No, it's not clear either. Guardians can't hit anybody right now. Good going, gang.
Nice.
Natara.
All right, Natara's gonna fire some more at that one that she just hit.
Okay.
So is that one no longer stunned at this point? I assume.
Until the end of its yes, at this point, yes. It has had a turn. It is no longer stunned and blinded.
Okay, so that is a 12 and an 18.
12 will miss, 18 will hit.
Nice.
That is 10 piercing damage.
50.
15, sorry.
Okay.
5 plus 10.
You got it?
and- Yeah, I guess she'll run back in.
LG
Yeah.
is dead. Ionia is at 1 HP.
I'll heal
Also-
him
Holy-
in turn.
Not gonna do anything, because not about to do that. Lorhan,
Right. This time I will actually run up and I will attack it. I have to use my cunning action to dash. Well, could become problematic for me, but it's fine. So a 12 and a 10 to hit. Yay.
both of those will miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think I'm gonna start running back. But I am not gonna make it, so we're gonna find out how many more guardians are in this room. For.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Or Hannon. Can you like take cover behind one or something?
All right,
Might have to wall of force around Lorhanan.
Inari.
I'll have Inari come out and take another pot shot off of that one with Firebolt. Let's see
Okay.
if I actually connect again. Oh, that's right, Frost. Ignore that. Wrong one. Oh, I crit again. It's another 39.
Whoa!
What the fuck?
I never crit with my actual
Hernan's
weapons,
dead.
but I start
Hernan's
casting
dead.
spells and it's over for some reason.
Go
Okay.
ahead and roll damage. I think this is literally
Oh my
unsurvivable.
god.
Ooh,
45 fire damage.
45 fire damage.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Nice.
Sorry.
That-
Well, Hannon
will-
doesn't have to worry about that one.
Yay!
True. I'm probably okay.
Scratch one.
And then I'm gonna
Damn.
have her move back here. No, well, we're gonna. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I'll just hang out right there.
Nice.
Lydian.
So popping my head out here, is this the one that Natara just shot this turn?
Yes.
Like the same one that she's been working on? I think
Yep.
I will also take some shots at that one.
Okay.
With a bow. So switching to the bow.
I probably made a strategic error here, but that's
And strategic error.
Mistakes have been made.
First shot is regular. It's an 11.
An 11 will miss.
Second shot is also regular. Is a 14.
14 misses too.
I had this whole plan of like, oh, I'm gonna
Minus
do
2
all
more
these
arrows.
things.
And then for my bonus action, I would like to cast Healing Word on Ionia at 3rd level.
Okay.
So she gets, what is that, 15 healing next, or back? Yeah, 15 healing.
Oh, she's not at 1. She's at 13. I think somebody healed her at some point.
Nice.
But we need her buff enough to, like, go out there and
Yeah,
fuck them up.
you're good. All right, how much?
15 healing back.
Okay.
I rolled pretty good.
She is extremely grateful. Anything else, Lydian?
Well, besides ducking back behind this corner and shouting to Lorhannon to stop being an idiot.
Aquila!
It's now dark and I can't see, so I'm going to use my all-purpose tool to cast the light cantrip
Okay.
on my tool belt.
All right. And, oh no. Can't see the edit thing.
Someone give me haste. Pretty rad.
Well, Matara needs to get down there first, man. She will.
Suppose if I get closer to you, it's 60 feet range.
We got 20 feet of bright, 20 feet of low. Is that correct for
That is
light?
correct. Yeah.
I have to like
Okay.
climb up the thing.
Does that work?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I will remain here.
Okay.
Okay, Lorhannon.
Guardian party time.
Okay, Lorhannon, now you get yours.
Let me see how clear these lines are. This one can definitely.
Oh no, there's one right there.
This one is like.
This one, however, I will say you get half cover for this.
Wait, how?
So
I don't see
There's
whatever's
column.
giving me half cover, so.
there's columns in the way. There's a couple columns.
Oh.
So add from this one, which I'll do first. You're gonna add 2 to your AC for
It doesn't hurt
this
that
to
much,
hit.
it's just garbage.
Okay. But they're both going to try and blast you.
Oh boy.
The first one is a 14.
Misses because of my extra 2 AC.
The second one, however, is a crit. The one at close
Oh
range.
god, you're dead. You are
The
dead.
Uncanny dodge, my boy.
Uncanny dodge.
So, what is the...
Wait. Oh, no, never mind. I have to see the creature for Silvery Barb, so you're on your own.
Oh my god!
I can't believe the prophecy of yesterday is literally coming
This is
true in the first 20 minutes of our game.
This is super fine because my belt already gives me
Oh, then-
fire damage.
That's right.
So
not halved, 46 radiant damage, so you can uncanny dodge
Jesus
that.
Christ.
okay, so 46.
Plus,
Wait, yeah, 4d6 radiant or 46?
46.
46.
Okay.
46.
Okay.
Let's see. And then for the fire, gotta add this up. What is that?
Like Haronza.
Okay, plus 48 fire.
And that is the total amount.
Total amount. Before
Okay,
your
so then,
crazy rogue shit and
so I
belt.
have that twice.
Yes.
Down to 12. And I am
Yes.
still up.
Taking it like a champ. So the first one goes, you see it going across the room, but there's a column and it just hits the column and debris kind of falls in your face and you turn and see from dead on the guardian that you just hit blasts you, but being you, you are able to divert some of the damage.
Yep, I took that from, what was it, 90 damage or something like that, down to 35.
Yeah, it would have been 94 damage that you would have taken.
I have 96 total HP max, so.
Jesus.
Good God.
That was fun. Thank you for being in this room. Natara.
Great. Natara's gonna keep trying to hit that one guy.
This one is still in pretty good condition.
Sure. All right, that's a 10 and an 8.
Jeez. Both of them missing.
Okay. Can I? Well, I don't necessarily want to like hurt LG.
You
I
can.
do-
It's fine. He's dead already. Like you
Can I
can
just,
literally do
like-
whatever now.
Throw him down to Aquila, or like try to throw him down to Aquila. I'm remembering that LG is there.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to make you give me a check though, for how carefully you do it because you are like 40 feet in the air and it is just like rubble below you, so this might make it harder for Aquila to fix LG.
Okay.
I think. What would that be? Just give me a I'm trying to decide if I want straight dex or give me a sleight of hand. Because it's almost like you're bowling here a little bit. And I feel like that's sleight of hand.
That is a 17.
17 is very good. LG, sustaining minimal damage, is kicked gracefully down and kind of like skitters across the floor, like not skitters, skids across the floor a little bit.
Nice.
After falling from that height.
Okay. And I'm gonna
No glow, unconscious, limp.
I'm gonna jump, or not jump, but go back into my little alcove.
And Aquila, now that you can see LG here, LG looks like shit.
Oh boy.
Ionia, having regained some of her strength thanks to Lydian, I mean, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can't get close enough, but she can throw shit at it.
The one by close range, you mean?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So she can get here. And throw shit at it. She's no longer raging because she was not attacked or made attacks. But, come on. She has some javelins because barbarian. That is an 18. So that first one will hit. Just roll the second one as well. And the second one is a 15, so that just hits. So damage 9 plus 7 and 10. Yes. This one had not been hit yet.
Correct.
And now she's standing out in the middle of the room.
Yes, she is.
Oh my god, man.
Lord Hannon, how many guardians are out there? Do you see a number?
I can relay that 2 fired at me.
Okay.
I don't see any others.
So at least 2. I don't think there would be any more, because they would at least target you, so.
I don't think so.
All right. Lord Hannon, speaking of.
I was gonna do something else this turn, but now that Ionia's standing out here in the open like I did, I will try to come to her aid. I will attack this guy twice with my ancient short sword.
Get him.
Sneak attack, let's see it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
14 and an 18.
14 will miss, but 18 will hit.
So I get my sneak and my ancient slammage. That's
This
right.
is,
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
Ancient
all the
slammage.
dice.
Okay.
That is
Better.
14 force damage.
Okay. chipping away.
Respectable.
Not looking to hurt yet, but we are getting there. Anything else, Lorhannon?
I think I have any bonus action spells, but that would be pretty cool. I don't. So,
Okay.
nothing else.
And Ari.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm gonna try hitting that one with a firebolt.
Crit again. I dare you.
No, don't say that, because I'm gonna get like a...
You go to jail. It's like Monopoly.
Okay, I mean it's an it's an 18.
18 hits.
Okay, that's 17 fire damage.
Holy
And I
shit.
moved
Now it's not looking as good.
And then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3.
Alright, it seems like we're abandoning the short rest plan.
What?
I have 2
I have
spell
40
slots to use
I have
still.
40.
My dumbass hasn't used either of them yet.
I still have a nuke in my back pocket, so
Okay, that's it for me.
Speaking of, Lydian, go ahead.
I'm gonna move out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me do some measurements really quick.
Oh god.
Awesome. I'm within 60 feet of that one. So
You know what that means, team.
that's good for silvery barbs. I'm just prepping that, and then
You're really gonna need it.
so is the one that's north of me more damaged or less damaged than the kind of wage
It's
that?
tough to tell. It's dark in here, and it is 60 feet away. But they look to be close to about the same.
Okay. In that case, I will try to. Well, I'm going to ask everybody: do we need another wall, or are we good on walls?
I mean, I'm good, but I don't know about everyone else.
I think we're good.
We're good.
I don't know what the situation is, so I
don't know.
can't see the other room.
I will. I think I'm going to give Lorhannon Bardic Inspiration and cast Synaptic Static in a kind of in the center of the room, to where the 20-foot sphere kind of clips this guy. You know what I mean?
Okay. Clips that one, but doesn't hit the other
Right.
two.
Yeah. Try
Okay.
to play it carefully.
Can you please send Synaptic Static?
I will.
Do I need to make a save?
I think that's a whiz save.
Intelligence save.
Intelligence again.
Intelligence.
Assuming that the Guardians have an intelligence scoring too.
Look,
or
it's
3 or higher.
close.
They
it's
probably
close, but they are affected. Oh my god, it's a nat 1.
All right.
Negative.
Prince.
Pepperonis potentially. This is 8
Oh no.
Nar.
Good. That's good rolls too.
Yeah, that absolutely does it for that guy.
Cool. Obliterated, and then like as soon as it's obliterated, I'll wink at Lorhannon standing in its wake, and I'll
Yes,
do one of those. Yes.
That's so hot,
I
Lydia.
feel just like, wait a second, weren't we going to rest in this room? We're all like,
Natara's just still trying to like shoot the one guardian that can attack her so she can get down to everyone else to know what the heck is going on.
Yeah,
I know I said we were going for it, but I didn't mean this.
yeah, it's really gone from like, no, we're staying here and fighting to like, oh, wait, now I'm the cautious one now.
Tequila. Oh, cautious one. What would you like to do?
Yeah, it's good. Fuck.
Cautious gang.
Yeah, I'm renouncing unethical gang and joining cautious gang now.
Yeah. I need someone.
I am going to use my ancient claw shots to try and hook the corpse of LG to me.
I guess make an attack roll with advantage.
Oh, yes.
Because, I mean, unconscious. I don't know. Just go for it. It's LG.
Like an attack roll, is
With your claw, your
oh,
claw
dex.
shot attack. Yeah. because it's another creature.
Okay. That is an 18.
Absolutely. You do it perfectly. You're so good with your claw shots. LG is now within 5 feet of you.
I will just pick him up and chill then.
Okay. Decayed Guardian time. Man, this one has its pick. Let's see. Look, they are smart, but they're not super smart. It sees 2 of Lydian, so it's going to try and blast, because you have your mirror image, so it's going to try and blast you to maximize its damage. That makes sense to me.
It knows that the bird is killing multiple of its friends. It must eliminate birds.
Yeah, right. That's a nat 1.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Sucks. Oh, the other, it wouldn't have hit the other one either. It was not good. Oh, okay.
Well, how not good was it? Yeah, because technically the copy's AC is lower than Lydia.
The copy's
right?
AC is 11, but I rolled a 10, so it was technically targeting the real Lydian, and a 1 does not hit.
Nah. Sick. That's probably the Guardian's last turn, and it's a nat 1. Natara.
Tara's gonna keep shooting.
Oh
Doing
yeah.
her thing.
Nice shot.
Okay, so that first one is a 17 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
Alright, that is another 15 damage.
Okay.
Piercing. And she'll fire at it again. That time it is an 11.
Will not hit.
Alright, she's gonna go back into
Do her
room.
thing. LG is limp and lifeless in the arms of Aquila.
Aw.
Ionia can't get there. I mean, she can if she dashes. She probably will dash.
Thank you.
Because she's only, because she's a fast lady. But that's all she can do. Lorhannon.
I will come out here and I will use my action to cast Aura of Vitality and use my bonus action to give myself the healing.
Okay. Very useful. Inari.
Alright. I'm gonna have Inari. 1. Oh, shoot. Lighting is always. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot. Let me just. It's hard to see because the computer is trying to record, so I have to like move the map around a little bit to play with stuff. Okay, I already moved like 1 space. Let's see. Alright, I can reach that one. And I can see it. So I'm gonna try to hit this one. Oh, let me click the right thing. This one with Firebolt.
Okay.
Let's see. Firebolt. 20.
Will hit.
Okay, that's 23 fire damage.
Holy shit, girl.
And then I'm gonna have Inari back up 1. And that'll be it for
Okay.
her.
This guy is looking rough. Lydian.
Good guys, we like it.
What is my distance to him is well, it's 60. Can't get to him in 1 turn. But I don't. Seeing Ionia like go closer to him, I just want to try to finish it as much as possible. So I'm gonna take 2 more shots with my my bow, and I'll
Go
shoot
for
a
it.
fire arrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get 'em.
23 is the first
23 will hit.
one. And then what's the damage for? Is it just like regular damage, but it's fire damage? Or
I think
what?
it's an additional
Just
1d4 or like 4
D4?
fire damage or something. Let me find it.
Fire?
I don't actually.
Yes.
Yes.
An additional D4 fire. Yeah.
So that's 4 piercing, 3 fire.
Okay.
Nice.
Still up though.
And I will. Heck it. I'll shoot another fire arrow. I'm feeling lucky. Never mind. I got an 8.
8 will miss.
I don't have any more. I'm gonna forgo my bonus action. I think I'm just gonna chill. Maybe move, 10 feet closer.
Go ahead.
There.
Aquila.
Yeesh. I'm gonna keep retreating to this wall. LG, am I slowed because I'm carrying LG?
I'd say you can get there.
Okay. I can dash if you need me to.
Nah, you're good.
And then, now that LG's in a good spot, I will just move the remaining to my left. And I will command Diala to come over by my side.
Okay.
And that's it.
Got it.
I'll drop him here.
Okay. Drop LG somewhere else.
Drop LG here.
Okay, you put him down. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Decayed Guardian, in a twist of fate, gets another round. It can only target Ionia because she is within 5 feet, and it is at disadvantage. So, fun times. Once it loads. It's a very good thing it was at disadvantage because that would have crit. Instead, it's just a 7. So that misses.
Poor guy.
That's all it can do. Yeah.
We're rooting for you, buddy.
Natara.
Ara's gonna keep shooting it.
Get him, please. It's so close.
I know. Okay, the first one is a 15.
15 just hits.
All right, that is 17 piercing damage.
That'll put it away, right?
And that'll do it.
Ooh.
Nice.
And with that, Matt, if you don't mind changing it to Ruined music, because we are out of combat. There are no more enemies remaining on this map.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Who needs to get healed?
Yeah,
Everybody
I've got,
go
like,
to Lord
all
Hannon.
of my.
Because I have so much healing right
Oh yeah,
now.
can I like get down? Do I need to make any
Yes.
sir?
I'd say if you just take your time, you can get down there. There's no longer a threat.
She will take her time.
So I will give. Inari, how are you doing? Are you in need of?
Honestly, she's probably fine. She's at 47. Like, I
I will
would focus on
give. Well, okay. I have 19 more rounds worth.
Yeah.
Wait, 19
And
more
then,
what?
and then we can take a short rest. So, because I still have 9 rounds on this spell and an entire second pass. So I will. I'll give Inari. I'll give Inari 3 of them. So that's 6d6.
Damn.
Heck,
Come on. So Inari gets 26 hit
Holy
points back.
shit. Thanks, Lord-handed.
I will give myself also 3 of them. That's 16 for me. I will give Ionia.
Ionia is hurt.
I will give Ionia 5 of them.
Okay. Very generous.
10d6. That's 40 HP
Holy
back.
shit.
this is
That
insane.
is helpful. She's
Lydia
at
and
68
Aquila,
now.
how are you doing? 'Cause I know
I
that.
have been at full health the entire fight.
Okay, Aquila, how are you doing?
I'm also at full health.
Okay.
And I wasn't even
Natara-
part of Cautious Gang.
Natara's also gonna get 5 rounds of this. That's 38 for Natara. I'll give one more to Ionia, one more to Natara, and one more to.
Jesus Christ,
So
man.
this is for Ionia. That's 11 for Ionia.
That's
3
amazing.
for Natara. And 2 for me.
Ionia made out in this. She got
Honestly.
51 total back.
and then I guess we can also
Natara got
short rest then.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can. I mean, like, I
People
feel like
won't
we
have
might
to
not.
use. People won't have to use as many of their. So.
Yeah.
I also have almost all of my spells, so I do have some cure wounds and stuff that I could cast at any
Yeah, I
of.
also have healing words too. So.
Moral Vitality's pretty good, guys.
We're fine. Oh yeah.
This sounds pretty good.
I will. Are we taking a short rest now, though? First.
Either that or we have to spend an hour because I need to heal LG and it takes an hour, I think.
Okay, I think we can. We can chill here.
Yeah.
Are we looting the guardians yet?
Oh,
Oh.
good point. Actually, if Akila's busy doing that, maybe we can loot them for her.
Well, never mind. It only takes a minute, so I can just do it quickly.
Oh.
If we want to just keep on pressing on, we can, but it's up to everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with that.
I mean, can we like rest and loot? Like,
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
I don't
Listen, guys. I want to loot with all my heart. However, there is possibly an all-powerful goddess in this temple, and I don't want to despoil it yet.
There.
You're right. She might get pissed about it.
So, like, on the way out, when we got what we need, I'm saying it's looting time.
okay, but we should probably rest. I
Yeah,
think.
let's take a seat. I'll get my bardics back and everything, and I will also I'll do a song of rest, so everybody can do. It's free. Anybody who uses hit dice get one more. Well, actually, 1d8 back as well for free.
So,
I'm a little paranoid as we're taking this. Like, do I see, like, I guess, does anything seem like it's gonna jump out and attack us? Like,
Give me a perception check.
I feel like Natara would also be a little concerned, but
You can also make a perception check for me.
just because she doesn't particularly like guardians.
Wonder why.
pretty 23.
I got a 26.
And 26. It is perfectly quiet in here now. Other than the noise that yourselves and your companions are making, you do not hear anything. You can see most of the space and looking around on alert. You do not detect any movement coming from anywhere. Empty.
Arguably spookier, but I trust Natara, so.
do I have to make a roll for this, Jenna? You
Oh,
were
no.
saying something about reviving LG
Can't
needing
hear
a roll.
anymore.
New headphones, same problem. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay.
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 Random.
Do I have to make a roll for reviving LG, or
Where is the info for that? If my computer was faster, I could tell you right now.
it says if it's died in the last hour, smith tools can be used as an action to revive it. to revive it, provided you are within 5 feet of it and you expend a spell slot of first or higher.
Okay. Yep.
Lorraine, you're not rolling too well on these.
So, do I roll with smith tools, or do I just spend the spell slot?
Oh.
I'm good now, but
No, I don't think there's a roll for it. Nope.
Okay. All right. I will
don't have
spend
anything.
the spell slot. And he's back, fully restored.
LG is a little out of it, but you know, processes are turning back on and everything, and they are very grateful to be repaired by you.
Welcome back.
LG chirps.
All right, let's go catch up with the others in the other room.
What is everybody else doing?
I don't want to loot one of the guardians, but can I, like, look them over? Like, because they behaved differently than the guardians we've encountered so far. I want to see if there's something physically different about them, or if it was the energy within that changed what happened.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just walk around with a key? Try and help.
Yes, absolutely. In that case, Aquila, go ahead and make me an Arcana check with advantage.
Ooh. Good thing that was with advantage. Wow, a 1 and a 2.
nice.
Incredible.
That's a
Nice.
16.
That is so funny. I'm sorry. It's a red 10. So you guys begin to walk around and approach one of the guardians, take a close look at it. I'd say with a 16, you notice that there is absolutely no trace of any kind of malice on these mechanisms, these machines. There is no glow at this point anymore, so it's hard to infer anything about the power behind them during this battle. But I'd say with a 16 as well, these guardians are not decayed. I know I used the decayed images, but they are actually in excellent condition. And they are all... The last thing I'll say with a 16, they are placed with intention in these rooms. You see that they very much mirror each other, and then there was that sneaky one that you guys couldn't see into the other room. They were all placed with specific...
And when you say placed, they are fixtures, or does it look like they had legs but they were removed?
There are no legs on these guys, so it's almost like they're not fixed in the room specifically, but they are set up in a way that
Does it look like they had legs and that they were removed, and then the like ports that would hold the legs are still there, or that the shell was completely reconstructed to where it just covered up the leg openings?
Lydian, you can make an investigation check for me if you'd like, to try and figure out about the legs specifically.
It's a 10. So I don't know. Yeah, these are definitely legs, guys.
There are no legs. It looks like there were legs at one point, but they're no longer here. It doesn't look like I'd say with a 10, it doesn't look like they were forcibly removed or ripped off. It doesn't look like there's any specific debris remaining from what were legs. Anybody doing anything else?
I guess I would take the time to just explain to Ionia, like, about great fairies and not to be like, put off by any sort of appearance. I feel like she might not have met a great fairy before and, may have a few questions about it or whatever. So I was just gonna give her the lowdown.
Yeah, I really haven't encountered anything like that. Uh,
Yeah, it's just like it's like a big person, and they're kind of like a demigod, and they're typically really snarky, but that's maybe like a 1 in 3 chance that they're snarky.
how many have you met already?
Uh, 3, right? Ron, well, this will be the third. No, Ron, Kotera, and
Tara.
Tara. Yes, so this
But
will be the
Natara has met more than
yes.
the
Natara
rest
has
of us.
I
met
met
one
an additional, yeah.
in the
Yeah.
Agala region, I think.
Wow. Well, this will be my first.
Yeah,
Wow.
don't let him assass you.
All right.
While that conversation's going on, I think that I would want to get the rest of the gang together to just be like, so we know that this great fairy has a reputation, and we have more connections with more of the great fairies than almost any mortals, which is either a good thing or a bad thing.
Right.
Tara's 5th out of 7.
Tar's met most of them.
She's going on a world tour.
She has
Nari-
she has 5 gym
And
leader
I met
badges.
like a follower of an additional one who doesn't like me very much, but
Is the child of one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't go. Question mark.
And I am the warlock champion whose soul has been bonded to one.
I mean, we've all met the great fairies, and all of us can think of a reason for this fairy to hate us. I don't think there's any reason
Well,
why we
wait.
don't go.
Does Leho specifically dislike the other great fairies and is rivaling with them, right? Is that what we're getting at?
we don't know, but
She
Right,
doesn't
it's not
like Hillian.
doesn't like
The other one
Lillian.
seems to be
She doesn't like
cooperating
aliens,
with
but like
them.
the fact that we're connected to other great fairies isn't a detriment inherently,
Uh,
right?
Didn't Kotera Kotera slash both kind of like nosy about like what Leho's up to, right? Like,
Jenna, can we like kind of recount this like with the
Yeah, I guess-
recall history wise,
I guess
what
I'm-
these guys said or
What specifically?
me
Like,
specifically, I'm trying to like remember or figure out if like Leho and Kotera, or if Terra and Kotera talked about Leho in a like, haha, like she hates Hilly
aliens.
funny sort of way, or in a like I'm suspicious because they've got this whole like hidden temple deal going. Like, was it more like a playful way or in a suspicious way?
Give
Or-
me an insight check to recall the tone around that information.
17.
It was not haha funny. It was pretty serious.
Right.
And they certainly are curious about what she's doing, but they also do not fear her specifically. So it's kind of like they're serious about it for like the sake of you guys, but they're less so affected because they are also archfey.
So my question is, what I'm trying to recall is, would Leho think badly of us, or like, would Leho think badly of us, or dislike us more if she knew that we had more connections to the other great fairies? Like, basically, is she feuding with the other great fairies in a way that is detrimental to those who?
You I don't think you know. The only thing you know is that she does not like Hylians.
We know abstractly that some of them don't like others, but I don't
Right.
think we have any map of like who. It sounded like
Right.
and Kotera don't get along very well.
Yeah, we don't know the Great
Karen-
Fairies
Karen's
Civil War split.
Let me see if I can find like my letter because I should have the letter. I don't think it said anything about like specific fairies, but
Right,
Because
they sent you a cease and desist.
Hera's really nosy. Because Hera
I'll never
was really
come near my
nosy.
fairy ever again.
Hera was really nosy, and I don't think Kotera was a fan of that. Understandably, for her whole general vibe.
Right.
letter was just like you've seen a bunch of great fairies, and freeing Ron was unacceptable. And it was just kind of like, unless you want an all-out Archfey war, keep away from the rest of the great fairies.
That was
Which
weird.
which is weird. I know that she works with Kasia, not like, but
I feel like
so I don't know if it's Kasia against like,
Kaja and Mija aren't they the
or
same
maybe
twins?
Phasia actually. I'm trying to remember. I think it's Phasia because it was trickery.
Right, but like there are two twins that are like really into trickery, and like I feel like those guys might be maybe spearheading the
Phasia's
antique.
the youngest. Oh wait, sorry. Say that again.
I was gonna say like I feel like those two like there are two like twins or something that are connected and both like into trickery and stuff. And I feel like they might be spearheading like the thorn in the side of the rest of the great fairies.
The
But,
twins are Mija and Kasia. Mija's protection, Kasia's like love and beauty.
yes,
And I think Phasia's the one
Asia's trickery. Okay.
that's trickery. She's the youngest.
Yeah, I don't think it's connected here, but it is weird to me that they were specifically like, I can't believe you freed Ron. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as long as nobody says anything to tick off Leho, I think we're okay to just kind of go in
I
with an
think
open
her
mind.
existence is going to tick off.
Right, yeah, like, do we even want to try to disguise self, or do we not want to try that
No.
and go in?
Think
No.
it's, no, yeah, it's not worth
think
it.
I feel like that she probably has like some sort of spell that would drop
Yeah.
that in. I guess Kotera does, and
Yeah.
she's
Or think that we're being
But-
deceptive or something, and I don't want her to
Yeah.
get the wrong idea.
I plan on being direct as possible.
We know Akila.
Yeah. I think the game plan is let Aquila do the talking.
and we're there for more support and backup if she tries anything.
Right.
Okay, well,
Want to fight the god of technology.
let's
Technomancer.
not dilly-dally.
What you guys
Uh,
think?
I will only say we should keep our guard up because there might be more guardians. Or another layer of defense.
Sure.
Yeah, we just stay careful.
Oh yeah, can I like try and find traps again?
Yeah. The spell or
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna. It's line of sight, so I'm probably gonna have to get closer to kind of see in. But here I'll hit and I'll probably like kind of like walk around in a like yeah.
You walk around so that line of sight is a factor. Nothing ticks as a problem or anything like that. But you walking closer can now see into this room. Before you is yet another crumbling threshold. And this is would be an unfamiliar sight for most, but I believe you have encountered when you first met Mija a bulb like this. There is nothing in this room except for stone debris, and you can even see some empty shelves lining this Great Fairy's grotto. But at the center is a large, spiky orange bulb. It is very quiet in this room. The bulb glows, and, getting closer, you can see that it sort of pulsates with a dormant magic. And I can see some of you are moving in as you all kind of file in and fan out slightly. You can see another Sheikah shrine that glows amber in the space behind the grotto. I do not think I put one on the map itself, but there is a Sheikah shrine here. And this rug in the middle of the room is kind of set to represent the area of this bulb. So, are any of you approaching it specifically?
No, I'm casting Enhance Ability Eagle Splendor on myself.
I will give Bardic Inspiration to. Well, I don't even know if we need to make a roll.
Give it to him anyways.
Okay, I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Aquila, and I want to get the shrine familiarized with the slate before.
Yep, you registered the slate. So now you have this waypoint. Aquila, would you like LG in this room, or would you have told LG to do something different?
Do we want to show our hand? I mean, I'm not under no circumstances
need-
am I giving LG up, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I think the thing is we have to. Natara would probably share because, based on her experience with Mija, you need to make some sort of offering. Needed to make some sort of offering to her. I don't know if she would like with Mija, it was rupees. How it might be LG.
Well, that is not happening. Did you talk to Mija first, and she requested the rupees, or did you just leave them in front of the bulb as sort of like an offering to an altar?
I don't actually yeah, can I try and remember? Because I know that Ozzy told me that I needed rupees for an offering, but I don't remember exactly what the order of things was.
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Oh boy, my excellent history. That's a 6.
I'd say that was dealing with most of it. So it's hard to recall. I'd say that you do remember hearing a voice at some point before Mija revealed herself.
And we
Shall
can
I make an
talk to her,
introduction
and if she
then?
doesn't, respond, try something else.
Anyone want to do anything before I start talking?
All you.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh boy. I will step up to the edge of the bulb and call out into the silent room. Great Fairy Leho, we have come before you seeking your knowledge.
You hear a response. It is a voice that sounds like it comes from deep within the bulb before you, though there's sort of an echoey quality to the voice that you hear. The two of the leaves, right by your face, part ever so slightly, and the voice mutters, "How is there someone out there?" No matter. The voice gets louder and sort of booms, still echoey and still from deep within. "Strangers, I suggest that you leave the premises now. There is nothing for you here."
Ugh. Do we go full send immediately?
Appeal to her ego. That's what
Either stroke her ego, yes, or maybe a non-Hylian should say something and see if it's any different.
Nah, because I'm going to be talking to her anyway, so she's going to have to learn to live with me.
Okay.
I mean, she doesn't
I-
necessarily see Aquila to know that Aquila's a Hylian versus the
Oh,
rest of us.
true, I guess.
Just smell the Hylian on me and
I
be
can
like,
smell it.
on the contrary, I am here to mend the divide between you and the Hylian people.
Leave me. I do not care for that. My fortress will remain closed.
Hmm.
You should talk about how stupid you are and how, you would do anything to make yourself smart via her knowledge. You gotta really, undersell
yeah.
yourself.
Like, I'm super interested in your technology. I don't know anything about
Will you not look your only servant in these lands in the eye? I did not know of you until a few days ago, but am I not your most faithful servant?
Give me either persuasion or deception, whatever you're going for here.
Don't forget,
Technically,
you're gonna D10, I think. What's Bardic nowadays?
Oh boy.
What's the going rate for a bardic?
Yeah.
Us Flax should use this, so we can.
Ooh, good roll. So start.
You do get a D10. Yeah.
I will save it. I'm gonna stick with the 18.
Yes. So, what's up?
I do not know you, child. But perhaps an offering to prove that this is worth my energy.
Mm.
An offering of 100, no, 1,000 rupees.
We have just under 1,000.
Oh, we're gonna be so poor.
I mean, if you guys
We
don't want to
literally
spend
have
that much, I can try something else if you don't want to spend the money.
Hmm.
It is groupies. I don't want to take all of it.
Man, I
I
miss being
I could always-
Perovia rich.
I could always zip somewhere and sell them and then come back because it's a teleportation, so
Yeah.
it's not like it'd take time, but it's just money.
Yeah, for the folks watching on the live stream, we have 992 rupees.
Really? That's so funny. I'm
We
so
do
sorry.
we do that many rupees plus a gem.
We do have quite a few gems, I think.
I can offer something besides rupees to her and see if she takes it.
What would you offer? Is it our little friend?
My ancient claw shots, probably, because that's the most
Oh, I'm not
technological
cheated.
thing I have.
Ooh, would you give them up?
I mean, yeah, to talk to the great fairy of technology, absolutely.
All right, I think that's worthwhile.
Seems fair.
If she'll take them. I don't know if that's worth as much. We'll find out. If you insist on the rupees, we can acquire them. But perhaps this will show better our dedication, and I will pro-offer the ancient claw shots.
A massive hand extends from between the two leaves of the bulb, probably like the size of you, if not bigger. What do you do?
Is it like punching me or like waiting
No,
offering?
open hand. Open
Okay.
hand. Sorry.
I will give the claw shots.
Damn. Just a hand comes through.
The hand pauses, closes, and grasps what's in there, and then recedes into the bulb. You don't hear anything for a moment. Where did you get these?
Yet they were built.
And you give this to me? Willingly?
Yes.
The petals and leaves on the bulb begin to shift and twist and turn, and suddenly in a plume of just glittery magic and everything and dust, and it opens, and all the petals fall to the side to reveal a grotto, a pool like the ones you've seen before. However, emerging from this pool is a being of light. And let me send the picture, the full picture, so you guys can see. I think I have a picture.
Whoa.
Where do I have fairies? Oh, I don't know where the fairies are. Wait. Other? Ah. Here you go. Here you go.
Oh no.
My session has expired?
Oh,
That's what
I
it
got that
says
too.
to me too. Yeah.
I had to refresh Roll20. That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, once it refreshes, you see this radiant humanoid-like creature, massive, just, same size as the other fairies. There's like a glow, like a actual like tangible like radiance glowing from her skin, and her hair is long and white and unkempt, and it is also glowing. The same shade of white as the guardians in the rooms prior. What the heck is happening with Roll20, guys? She emerges in the same kind of like ascension that the other fairies do, but she does not give out that aha call that you often hear from the other fairies. Nor does she do it in such a way of, grandiose flourishes or anything like that. She just rises, ascends. What is happening? Page not found?
Maybe they're doing an update or something right now.
I don't know. But, sorry, I'm very distracted by my whatever's happening over here.
This is, I mean, we don't even need, like...
Yeah, I know,
right
I know. So, like, bright daylight fills the entire space, flooding the room and everything as she emerges. She's glowing. Her eyes glow gold, long, straight white hair. The daylight disperses. I don't understand, I guess. Disappointing that you're Hylian.
It's like a slur.
I'm
Yeah.
Why?
Because we have to, brightness. If I didn't use these talents, my people and the people of Hyrule would be destroyed. Because the technology out there in the world that's been forgotten by Hyrule's people is a boon that must be brought back.
I do not care about what happens outside of my realm, my grotto. Why did you know to give me this?
You are the great fairy of light and technology, brightness. It only made sense.
I've spent the past 110 years not wanting to be disturbed. I had so much prepared for the first people, the first mortals that dared to approach me. I thought that the tradition had been lost to time.
I'm
But-
afraid it has. I'm not sure what tradition you speak of.
She extends her hand across the room, and you see on one of the empty shelves that lie in this room, your claw shots appear in a displayed fashion.
Ooh, that's not good. She has a collection.
All of the shelves are empty, except for your claw shots.
Ooh.
So I guess nobody's made her an offering, I guess? Until now?
You
I
have
am
my attention now.
Very well. We have come here seeking information. Knowledge about technology and its use in the lands. We are willing to trade for information, if we must.
I am answers.
Okay, then let's start small. You seem surprised by our presence here. Were you not the one sending me dreams?
There is no mortal that I care for enough to expend my energies doing such a thing.
Something is aware of you then. Something is pushing me along towards you. I saw the white radiance of your power in my dream, and it is what has led me here. Are you
Perhaps.
omniscient of all the technology in Hyrule?
With limitations, but I am innovation.
She's a disruptor, guys.
Glass onion bit.
Is your quarrel with the Hylians because they have forgotten your tradition, or that they forsook the Guardians ages ago?
Look around you. Do you think I take pleasure in these empty shelves? My followers used to bring me all kinds of magnificent inventions as offerings. They were looted from me a century ago. Many of them serve no purpose in this era of time within which you all live. They were gifts, and I cherished them all. Irreplaceable.
Mm.
So the Hylians were the ones that looted her?
I think so.
Or I don't think it was
Yeah.
or anything. Maybe.
I see. The Great Fairies are bound to natural phenomena. Is what we perceive as technology and machines in this land something natural? Is the blue flame something of your creation?
Of my creation, no. It's the Sheikah now, it was the Zonai then, and somebody else even before. I have helped countless over the millennia advance and grow, but no more. The blue flame that you speak of, called Sheikah energy now, called other things in other eras of time. It is an arcane energy, like anything that can be converted into energy to power things, so too can this, but for far longer and more powerfully. It's a science that can be studied and was studied long ago to create feats of technology that are still around, functioning today. Despite its power, there's vulnerability. And that is why you see it used in forms that it is. Contained in chambers where it can be harnessed to create energy as a core. The pieces are simple to link together, as long as you have schematics. Though it would take a century of mastery for any mortal to devise their own schematics.
All right, now we'll get into the meat of things.
This was not already.
No, we came for a specific reason. Those are more of my general curiosities.
What
There
is
is-
your name?
I will bow deeply.
Flamed worshipper of me.
I'll bow deeply and say, I am Aquila Pharos of Dueling Peak Stable. These are my companions. They can introduce themselves as well.
Her expression is very difficult to read throughout this. It kind of seems like it wavers between, like, interest and excitement in sharing stuff. Muted excitement, I should say. And disdain. And pain. Hurt.
Can I try to, like, as they're talking and, like, read her face, kind of zeroing in on that hurt expression, can I kind of see from her facial expressions what might be causing her hurt, or, like, what specifically, if I can glean any more?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
That is a 15 insight. I'll just keep it the same.
What do I want to say? There is, I'd say with a 15, you can tell she is suppressing emotions. She's doing so decently well, but there is a lot happening. What do I want to say? You can tell that she is kind of assessing this situation and using that to kind of guard her emotions.
Okay. Feel free to press on, Aquila.
Okay. Well, is she satisfied by the introduction, or?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was the last thing that you said, wasn't it? All right then, Aquila. This is most unusual. This is not at all how I expected the first conversation I have with mortals again to go.
What did you expect?
That I would either kick you out or destroy you. I'm more than content to reside on the other side, away from what I perceive to be the selfishness of your people. And I do not wish to meddle in the affairs of my siblings any longer. Everyone knows Kasia would be happy with that, but immediately you offered me a gift of your own creation, and it touched me.
I will simply bow.
What more do you want?
As I said, we came for a specific purpose. We are... It is one of the selfish interests of the Hylian people. We are at war with a clan of Sheikah known as the Yiga. They have been stealing pieces of technology and concentrating an effort in the region around Death Mountain. We want to know, what are they building? Why are they stealing from the stable teleportation networks?
They are collecting the teleporters. The creation of Magnol and Robert.
Robert.
Not Robert.
Wow.
So she is aware of them.
Robert.
Well, it was Magnol's idea. And the one known as Robbie, his invention. If they know what to do, collecting all of the teleporters would create a teleporter so powerful that it could transcend planes, perhaps time, and capable, with all 15, of transporting something quite large.
Okay. I think that's all the information we need on that one. They are opening a door, and we're not gonna like what's gonna come through.
Yeah, someone dropped me.
Nice.
Classic cult stuff.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Very well. Thank you, Great Harry Leho. My other questions, if you'll accept them. I was wondering, what are in the labyrinths? I've seen dreams of those as well.
Are these the dreams you believe to be from me?
I had believed, yes, but now that you've said they are some other machination.
Dreams are not my domain, though I would not be surprised if it was simply from other innovators of past times reaching out. The labyrinths were constructed to honor me. Within, they protect. Things lost to time. Perhaps others who have come before want you to go there.
Would you want us to go there? To restore these temples in your honor?
No. I do not wish to start anew on this plane. I'm not hurting. I do not need you mortals. Though, I would issue you the challenge to prove your worth Well, I just changed letters in there. Prove your worth. 3 labyrinths exist, constructed in my honor, hundreds of thousands of years ago. One of which is less than a 2-day journey from here. Conquer my challenge within, receive what it has to offer.
Very well. We will consider this quest. There may be more pressing matters that we have to attend to first. The Yiga with their teleporters. Your information has definitely made our task there seem more urgent. I only have one last question, Great Fairy Leho.
What is that, Aquila?
I have come for the great secret. The secret to freeing the Guardians from Ganon's influence. I wish to know how to restore Hyrule's shield. I understand this is a great secret, and I would pay a price for it.
Conquer my challenge. And then we can talk.
Very well. Does anyone else have anything else they want me to, or they want to ask, or they want me to ask?
Nope.
Not that I can think of.
Thank you, Great Fairy Leho. We will leave you in your solitude now and disturb you no longer.
Excellent. Without saying goodbye or anything like that, she proceeds back into her pool.
All right, gang.
Nice job, Aquila.
There is an extreme danger in Elden now.
I think we need to go to the Citadel immediately.
Are we beelining for Eldon then? Is that the game?
Guys, but also consider, I spend the day looting shit here.
Yeah, maybe we give you time to do that.
Like
since-
24-hour loot fest.
Just because.
But
Like-
would
About-
Leho get pissed at that though, or
She doesn't care. It didn't even
You
seem
seem
like she.
to like people building things out of the stuff, so.
Yeah.
yeah,
She
but
didn't even
has-
mention that we blew
plus-
apart her guards.
She has trauma from like people looting from her, so she's like, "Oh, you're just like the rest of them."
That's fair.
I mean, I feel like that's free money from the parts that are there if we ever need to turn things, but it's also useful materials for Aquila, and Aquila doesn't have many of
Yeah.
those.
We need those materials.
So,
There's a new use for them.
We should have asked her. That was cool.
Okay.
Now
Let's-
we can just ask for forgiveness later if we need.
We
What?
conquer a challenge and she'll
Check.
talk.
Let's maybe. How about Ionia? Do you? I know this is not likely, but do you know anywhere we can get gear that could help us travel in Elden?
Let me roll. Let me see. Let me see if she knows. No, not really. I never been. It's really hot there, so I wouldn't know.
Because like we could leave Aquila home alone and try and
Well,
figure
Aquila
it
can't-
out.
Aquila can't. What do you mean, like
We
to
can
loot?
just come back and get her. We can just come back and get her.
Oh, yeah, come
Just-
back and get her.
Trying now.
I almost feel like at that point, though, we leave her vulnerable if anything happens while we're gone. And
I don't know.
then-
It seems pretty safe around, like in this specific
We had like 10
Colorado.
guardians shooting at us here, like less
Yeah, but
than an
they're
hour
all
ago.
defeated.
Yes, but
I mean,
who knows what else might come along now that there's not guardians to
Well,
stop them.
the counterpoint to that is the things that would come along, they don't know the Guardians are destroyed. If anyone knows of this place, they know that it's a den of death with all the Guardians. But now, no one knows it's safe besides us.
Could we fully collapse the entrance that we came through?
oh shit. Maybe. That'd be smart. Well,
Still need to breathe in here.
true.
I just suffocate Aquila by accident.
Also, let's try not to deface the temple any more than we
I
have
can't
to.
hear it again.
Jenna's healing.
I mean, I can also stay behind.
I think first and foremost, as far as like a location in Eldon, I think we just need to zero in on the group, right? Pavilion and Bogey and gang, because they, as far as we know and assume, they have a teleporter piece, and they're gonna attract Yiga like mods. So
Yeah.
as long as we're with them, we're with the last teleporter piece, and we'll learn more from there. But that's like first and foremost.
Yeah.
I also feel like it taking one day just to speed along the process of helping Aquila out here, rather than having Aquila have to spend a whole 24 hours digging through every single guardian.
I will happily do that.
But
By myself.
we could make it go faster if need be, and then get on the road. I just don't like the idea of leaving one person behind.
Jenna, if all six of us, if all six of us stayed behind and looted these guardians, how long would it take?
Aquila, give me an intelligence check.
Oh boy. I was also going to say that, like, no
If you
offense,
open
guys.
one-
No offense, guys, but I am kind of the best at this. So I appreciate your help, but like we could also lose out on some stuff if we're not too careful.
Okay, I think we can. If you're sure about that, I think we can be okay with leaving Aquila behind, going out and scouting further.
That was a 21 on my,
I
or
mean-
actually, that was an investigation.
Oh,
I don't think
We-
we leave
Yeah.
Aquila by
We-
herself.
And also, we go out and scout. If we don't find another shrine, then we simply will lose any
We'll lose
progress that we would make otherwise.
That's a 13 total for my intelligence check, Jenna.
I mean, you already kind of hit the nail on the head. You know that you are the most efficient at doing this, and there's the potential that stuff could be broken or missed if your friends tackle it by themselves.
Lydian, do you have the ability to try?
I burned both at this level.
I think if we were to split, maybe it would make sense for Lydian and I to go, and everyone else to.
Just so we can like fly around.
Well, then in
yeah.
that case, it should be you, Lydian, and Natara. You all three can fly.
Yeah.
Is Natara's fly speed with the rug the same as ours?
That I'm not. Let's.
I think you're faster than mine.
Yeah, I think you might have 40 feet. I have 50.
Where is?
I don't know if separating the group with the one thing that can allow us to transport back and forth to each other is necessarily the greatest idea, but you know what? If
I know, but
everyone
it's
else
like-
wants to
Yeah,
do that,
Natara can't.
We genuinely
Natara
need to
can't
split up.
teleport yet.
We need to split up in order to save time, right? I mean, like
I-
if we don't want to leave this behind, but it's not like
I
anybody's
mean,
gonna get into super danger
also,
without teleporting back.
I mean,
That's it.
we don't. We're exploring a region we've never been to. You three could get into something. You don't have us. You get injured. You can't come back. We lose the transporter, and then Aquila and
Okay,
I have to
isn't-
make a trek across Hyrule to go get you guys. That's assuming
Yeah,
if we
is-
know something's
isn't-
happened.
Is teleportation with the Sheikah Slate instantaneous, or is it like 1 minute or something?
1 minute.
It's a minute.
Yeah, I also don't know if you guys find something and we're not there, then you still have to come back and get us. So we're not really gaining that much time anyway.
I mean, they had to
Fine.
make the trek towards Death Mountain. If you can, do a day's travel and find a shrine along the way to create a fast travel gate, then yeah, it would make sense.
Why don't we
I'm
just
not against splitting. I think that's a good idea.
why don't we just go? Well, I mean, okay,
We can
we
go to
could
one of
just
we can go to the stables nearby. We don't have those as travel. Like we know that there are stables that are closer to the mountain, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
At least a little bit. At least a little bit.
So we know if we just follow one of those, we'll find a shrine.
Right. And there are probably people there who have traveled in the region. At the very least we can pick up some tips.
I was also thinking like, I mean, we could just go, all of us go and travel, and then once we long rest, like if we find a shrine or well, I guess that's completely dependent on if we find a shrine. But I was gonna say like if we long rest, Aquila can zip back here, loot some stuff for like, however long, and then come back.
I mean, if we're gonna split up, we might as well just split up for the day. Just get rid of finish up getting all of the guardians taken care of now, since it's gonna take a while.
Okay. Those in favor of splitting up, say aye.
Well, I'm in favor of splitting, and like like I said, you should just leave me. Like, I don't think I need anyone else here. It's really fine.
Alright, well, I can't fly, so I'm going to be a pretty big
Oh.
detriment to the group if I go.
So Inari can
We can hang
Okay.
out, Aquila. It'll be very
Okay.
fun.
Aquila and Inari hang out. Inari, help Aquila defend herself if anything else comes. But the rest of us, flying gang, can go on forward.
give her the help action. Make his roll even more busted.
Yeah, girl boss gang missing the Tara, but we will try to girl boss nonetheless.
Jenna, can we pop up a map, whichever you think is the most helpful?
Wait, you guys can only fly for like 4 hours, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So like, does Inari really Inari can probably just follow along on the ground, and then
I'm slow.
like, after the 4 hours end.
I mean,
I'm slower.
flight would be helpful for we got into anything.
Yeah, I'm also slower than my walk speed is slower than their flight speed.
Is
so,
your
I'm
camel speed
always-
slower than their flight speed?
Yes, my camel speed is slower.
I mean, not
It's
mine.
like 40.
Sure.
My flight speed, I think, is 40.
Lorhan's is his walk speed.
I mean, I
Is
can.
that also
I mean,
40?
Aquila, do you hate
30.
do you hate me this much?
No, do you want to sit in the dark while I like buzzsaw open some guardians, or do you want to go with them? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm still thinking of it from the logistics of if something happens to the other group and you need to.
It's gonna be okay. We'll be careful. I know you're worried. I hear you, but we're gonna be okay.
I don't know. Every time this group tries to be careful, shit hits
I-
the fan. But I'm gonna. You know what? Maybe I should go with the other group then, because maybe they'll need it. If you're sure about it, Aquila. If
I'm
you're sure
sure.
about it,
I'm sure.
Jenna,
that's
You
fine.
Jenna, do we-
absolutely. I guess
do
we
we-
can leave LG with Aquila.
Yeah.
Yeah, you leave LG with me.
Jenna, do we
Not
think
that makes
Inari's
sense.
do we think that Inari's walking speed would slow down flying gang at all, or would it like roughly equal out once our flying?
I
gang
mean,
comes
I
out?
could pull up my
Well,
camel.
you're flying for the sake of traversing like closing distance, right? Like going over areas that aren't roads.
Right, yeah, traveling like from the top of Akala Citadel, like towards Death Mountain, and scouting out shrines along the way.
I mean, I think
Like
it can fit both me and Inari lying down.
there might be a weight capacity.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like-
Inari might
There's a weight.
ruin that.
There's a weight capacity, which is 600 pounds.
How much do you weigh?
I think we have me at like 250.
Okay, because
Jesus Christ.
let me just take a quick look.
Does that include all your stuff, Natara?
I don't remember.
It has to be. Otherwise, Natara's built like a linebacker, man.
I think that includes.
she's-
I think that has to include your stuff, right? Like,
There's no way Anari would also fit on there then, because
they're tall and
can-
like, you know.
It
How much was
can
your stuff? How
still
much was your stuff weigh?
fly. The carpet can carry up to twice the weight, but it just flies at half speed.
How much does your stuff weigh, Sarah?
150 pounds, and that doesn't include the like 300 pounds that Anari is, because Anari
You are 300.
she's 8 feet tall and has muscles, dude.
Is
Like-
All muscle too.
Like-
Gerudo are all muscle.
What is she supposed to be, like a twig? Like, nah, she's got some weight.
Maybe
on her.
that's why Gerudo legs are like that, because they have to just walk around with 300 pounds of muscle.
She's 8 feet tall. Like, if I made her anything less than 300, that would be really weird. I had to look
Hey,
that
Inari,
up.
Don't worry. Inari, don't worry. When you were sleeping, I replaced all your bones with hollow bones, so you can
Thanks,
thank me later.
thanks, Liddy. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, however it works out, then if we want to have just all fly gang, then yeah, then ground scrubs can stay here in the dark with me.
Brown scrub. You can scrounge around like the rats you are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's up to you. I'm pulling a Terry up, and a Terry has a walk speed. Yeah, my speed's 50. I thought it was 40, but I guess camels are faster than I thought they were.
Yeah.
So, let me see if I have the spell space. I do. So I can go as long as Akila's okay with it. I just
I'm
don't know if
okay.
I'm gonna be able to cover the grounds that you guys will cover, because I'll be on a camel. But I will assist as I can.
how late is it?
Yeah, like
I have absolutely no idea. Like what
You
time.
guys are indoors. You have no sight to outdoor natural light.
If you scry on someone, we'll see what time it is, because they'll be on the surface.
He doesn't have the
Yep,
spell
right.
slot for it.
Rip.
Like I think we go try and find the like fastest shrine or whatever, and then like come back and sleep here or something, right? Like
I'm fine with that. Okay. Let's make a decision.
I'm staying here.
Okay. Let's gang, Kala Citadel gang. Let's go ahead out.
hold hands,
Um,
everyone.
Where should Ionia go, I guess?
Ionia is as fast of a flyer as me, right? 50,
Yes.
50 foot. So she'll come along with us. More eyes, the
As
better.
long, as long as she wants to come along.
Yeah. We'll ask her preference first, but
Oh, yeah. Okay.
cool. Then we go.
All right. So everybody except for Aquila and LG and Inari, are you going or staying?
Or I'll go.
Okay, so everybody except for Aquila and LG are zooming across the map via teleportation to Akala Citadel. You guys, Aquila, you and LG watch as your friends ascend into blue nothing, and the majority of you guys all land with your feet on top of the tower, high above Akala Citadel, which is high above Akala. It is dark outside. Like the sun has like just set.
Oh.
I'm gonna summon my little camel.
There's at the
Well,
very least a stable that's like right here.
Can I first of all search around Akala Citadel to see if that flying guardian is around here, or
Why are
would
you-
be
why
in our
are you-
path?
Why are you summoning
yeah,
your camel on the top of the tower,
Well,
Sarah?
because obviously the camel,
Done.
it takes 10 minutes, so I'm actually gonna wait until we get down anyway. So.
yeah, I was just say, can Yatara see any guardians?
Go ahead and make perception checks, guys. Looking for guardians.
I don't want to get in the way.
Look.
Did we already get to
No,
that
please
stable?
do.
Did we
Please
already get
do.
to that- Did we already get to the stable that is circled in red there on the map?
We did, but we
we-
didn't have teleportation.
Right.
Oh,
Uh,
Everything in the northeast was before We got the Citadel, so we can...
Make a perception.
I'm making a perception check. I'm looking around like a... Oh my god.
Good work, guys.
I look around for guardians. I don't really see anything. I bring out my handy-dandy spyglass, and I realize it's smudged, and it doesn't help me at all. I'm gonna nod.
Yeah.
I do have borrowed
You don't
knowledge
see any right now.
needs it
For
in
an
the future.
ace.
Yeah, get the Jaws music starting up right now.
I'd say, you know what? It's darker than it would be at this time. I'd say that it is raining probably, and like that would explain your lack of perceptional skills. But I mean, it rains a lot in Akala. It is raining. But you guys are shielded by the top cover of the tower.
And we can't see, I assume, any smoke or lights. Can we see any lights coming from the stable at all?
Yeah, I'd say with would you say a 9?
9.
Yeah, I'd say that you can definitely make them out. Just, west of the, like northwest of the tower that you're on.
Should we kind of fly through the rain and get to that stable, or is that... I know it'd probably be harder, but...
You guys
I
can.
mean,
Yeah, I think that's where we're headed.
Okay,
So at least now we're getting a spot that's at
Yeah.
the bottom of this, like, mountain.
And Ari can be on the carpet with me. It can technically carry up to. It just is slower. So
I mean, I have
we don't need
Featherfall,
an Ari to be. Oh, that's
so I can just drop and then use my camel, and then that way we don't destroy your high speed.
Would not
travels.
recommend doing base jumping when there's possibly Sky Guardians.
Oh, is
But
Aquila here right now? I don't know. Like, he's so crazy. It's like I'm
Well,
hearing
I
voices in my head.
the woman that is side-eyeing the plan is like, what if we did the worst plan by attacking
Well,
Sky Guardians?
I don't know.
You're
Maybe.
Problem is you can't, like, long jump off of the tower and
right. There's a mountain with like out and like a spiral thing around and like craggy rock shit. Like, I don't want you to fall and break your face. Like,
Sorry, it was hard
think
to
we just-
tell from the map.
I think we just fly, as even if it's slow at half speed, whatever. I don't care. Let's just go there before.
Yeah.
I think also, if I remember correctly, being on top of this tower, on top of the citadel, you will run out of feather fall before you reach the bottom.
It's
We
like
cover a lot of ground.
I'm gonna
but
do
yeah,
the
we will
I'm
run
gonna
out of
do
time.
the
I
keyless
fly
goldfish.
directly under an Ari to catch her with the carpet when feather falls.
that's right,
So-
because then it gets its full movement speed back, and then
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go slow carpet moving towards the stable.
Can all of you guys give me a stealth check, please?
Can I cast Path Without Trace on us?
Yeah, I mean, as long as
Um,
everybody stays within 30 feet of you.
Jenna, I'm gonna do borrowed knowledge on my stealth check.
Okay.
So that's gonna make it just straightforward.
I'm gonna give myself bardic inspiration. I think.
Tara will use her last.
Okay, so it's a 12, not a 6.
Good God, Lord.
oh no, oh no,
Shit.
God.
Okay, so it's a plus 10 for everyone.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
awesome.
All right, so that's actually a 22 then.
I got a 34.
I got a 9.
I got a 39.
Team and Ionia plus 10 would be 24. And then
Atara is very.
Sorry.
Additional guardians today.
Sorry.
Atara is on edge, man.
you guys, the rain hits your face as you all make your way out from under the cover of the top of the tower, and you can like feel it beating down. It's dark, it's foggy because of the clouds, because you guys are literally like hundreds of feet in the air, and you descend, you make your way down, I'd say at one point, Natara, you can tell that there are guardian skywatchers nearby, just by your passive perception. But you guys are able to avoid them. You guys can't see very well. They can't see very well right now.
Can I
You guys
ask,
can.
do we perceive there to be as many as there were the first time we were at the Citadel? Or
I'd
not
say,
count?
Natara, you could make an active perception check to figure that out.
Let's see if this goes better.
Just
Okay, that is an 18.
Seems to be about the same.
so they may also come back, like the Lizalfos mount.
Which means that
Maybe. Maybe.
maybe, which means that if tonight is a blood moon, well, we're gonna zip right back to Aquila, but I was gonna say Aquila might be
Not
blood moon right now is like,
But sure enough, you guys descend to the stable. I imagine Lydia and you make your way over to the shrine with the slate, register it as a new location. And as you guys land here, in the pouring rain, this stable, you recall, was the most destroyed of all. But currently, it is clear that there is a massive construction project underway that has been underway, not actively being worked on right now in the dark and in the rain. But you can see that the footprint of the stable being constructed is actually twice the size of any other stable. And it is just massive. There are piles of lumber all around the stable, piles of stone as well, which is not a material that is typically used in the construction of stables. But there's a lot of tents around here too, more so than the last time you were here. It seems that all of the residents and people that are staying here are not outside right now for obvious reasons, but there is one figure that is outside in the rain right now. There is a small frame of a person across the way, across the paths. You can just make out by a small candlelight that is being covered over by the place that you guys saw gravestones before, memorial stones.
does it seem like they're paying vigil to those gravestones?
Facing away from you guys, facing the gravestones, could be the case.
Why do I feel
We
like
check if they're. I guess. I'm concerned about the additional people here. That there's a lot of Giga. Can we try and.
I feel like first and foremost, I'm going to go around and look for the shrine. So like, you guys can choose to talk to this person or not, but
Lydian peels off as you guys are landing down here to go to the shrine, because the shrine is visible. It glows amber in the dark in the rain. But nobody else outside right now. Everybody is in tents.
I have detect thoughts.
Do you have to see the person?
oh,
Probably. Actually, I don't think you do technically. Oh, it is C and within 30 feet. So we need to like walk up to this person and start talking to them.
are we running the gambit? They're not a Yiga.
I mean,
I mean,
I feel like they should be.
it's a small person looking at gravestones.
how small of a person?
I
Like,
feel like I might know who this.
well, yeah, like how small? Like,
Yeah.
It could be a large child or a small person.
Is there,
Like-
is
I don't know
this-
what to say.
are they? Do we feel like they might be the same height that we remember Madame Fozia being?
Yeah.
Potentially.
so because like Yiga can only change their appearance so much, right? Like, if this is a small person, they're probably not like a blade,
Yeah.
right? So,
So you're saying I think we're safe.
yeah, let's go talk to them, and when we start talking to them, I will cast Detect Thoughts.
You guys, Ligan, I assume you come back, join everybody as everybody
I'll
begins
regroup.
to make their way over. You guys make your way across the intersection over where there's a small outcropping of trees and the two memorial stones. And you hear, like, as you get closer, hard to make out over the rain, but the small muttering of potentially a prayer of sorts. And you guys approach and recognize, as you get close, the frail little frame of Miss Annie Fosia.
I fucking knew it.
She's back, baby.
That's Natara men.
Natara has not.
Yeah.
No, she was only at the festival.
Yeah, Natara and Ionia have probably, I mean, Natara, they may have talked to you about this. Ionia has no idea who this person is. She's just following you guys because she's just following you guys.
Should I face, or who wants to face?
I'm just picturing
I can-
Ian like going up to like.
I can do it because I'll cast Detect Thoughts on her.
Mhm.
How sad are her thoughts, her surface thoughts right now?
Does she need to make a save? Or no, it's just to delve
For
deeper, right?
For surface thoughts, I
Okay.
will get to those.
Gotcha. I mean, surface thoughts, she is recounting, like on her own accord, a prayer, to Hylia. It's a general, like, there's some, you can tell that there is deep sadness, and if you were to delve deeper, you could figure out more as to why. But it's more so just like, a heartfelt thing that's happening.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna delve further because I know there's no way that she does not succeed on a wisdom saving throw. So I guess you go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was going to divert entirely.
I was gonna just like interrupt her honestly, and just be like, Miss Fosia, this is a surprise.
Oh. Hello. A surprise indeed. Oh, I remember you heroes of Hyrule. How are you doing?
Great.
Well,
Akila's been replaced by a fish.
Well,
Unfortunate, but it had to happen.
Some new faces, some missing faces.
Akila's still okay. We're just kind of, doing some other stuff right now. But we'll come back to her soon. This is Ionia, our friend, and Natara, our new friend, also.
Hello, new
Guys,
friends.
this is Madame Fosia. Her family created the Stable Network.
Yes. Thank you, Lydian. Natara, this is your first time seeing her. She is the smallest, frailest looking old lady that, if she were not over 100 years old, it would be insane. You know, super thin white hair pulled back in a little bun, and she pulls like her cloak tightly and covers a small candle that she has, like a little tea light, with her hand to shield it from the rain. So sorry. We can go.
Since
I
I
guess
want
we'll-
to suss out right now if this is really Miss Fosia, I'm gonna say to her, since when have you been back? Last we heard you were on the other side.
I came back just today from my dear friend Misha's grotto up the way. Found a horse, made my way down here to pay my respects. This
So
is
there's no surprise in her thoughts. She answers back. Like,
No,
totally.
she you detect that there's like a little bit of pride in the part where she says found a horse. Uh and like, absolutely, like, she sort of like is recounting the story. You can tell that she's remembering, like, okay, I did that, and I came here. And she continues to share a little bit more. This is the resting place of my parents, actually.
They did lots of great things for Hyrule with the table.
I know. They were incredible people. I think it's time that I share the full story of Eponico. But
I was gonna miss.
perhaps I'll wait for another time.
Oh
for,
man,
our dear friend Aquila to be
so
here.
crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, now that we have, well, I won't go into the details, but she can be back at any moment. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I have so many questions for for her. I can think of.
Do you know what? You just got back today. Do you know what all is going on here?
In
With
what
the
sense?
project.
Oh, I'm very excited to see what's happening here. It's quite special. This is a very special stable, this one in particular. I'm glad that it is being honored in such a way that it is going to be larger, double the people, double the horses. I'm just so proud.
Guess we'll walk with her back to somewhere where it's not raining.
Yes. Oh, yes, please come. I'm sorry, my tent is not set up yet, and it's also probably not large enough for all of us. She kind of like looks at especially Inari and Natara being very large individuals of height.
I'll just have Inari like kneel down real low, sort of just squat walk.
Some of you don't mind helping me set up my tent, do you?
No, not at all.
Yeah, happy to help.
You guys go back to a large tree that is adjacent to the footprint of the stable that is being constructed, and there's like a couple small bags leaned up against here. She directs you guys to which one contains the tent. Some of you guys begin to help set it up under this tree. Rain's still falling on you. It's kind of like becoming a muddy mess. But she is just so... Oh, thank you, Matt. I didn't realize what time it was. She is just very delighted that you guys are here and sharing company with her on this day that she seems to be particularly sad. We can pick up with the conversation that follows after a break. Because we started at a weird time, I totally forgot about the timing.
Yeah, I need the break to think of questions to ask Fozia.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's fair. So you guys think about questions. We'll take a break. We'll pause it. Sarah, are you recording?
yes.
I might stop the stream because I have been dropping more frames.
You can have the second half of the stream on our Patreon. Yeah.
Shut up. I might leave it for now, but if it might drop out at some point. when we
Our
come
like
back, so.
top money tier should just be like the bogey tier, and it should be like $100 a
The
month.
bogey tier.
Yeah.
Then they get to a real life teleporter.
All right, we'll come back in a couple minutes, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, do you want the stable music again, or like just some
Stable
lore
for now,
dump
yeah.
music? Okay.
No, do stable. Unless you have some kind of like alternate stable music. But you guys finish setting up her little tent. It can fit 2 people max. You guys are not going to get any shelter from this. Sorry, I don't have anything larger. I don't travel with much. these days.
Okay. Are we able to stay maybe in like the main stable area? Is that available for people to just hang out?
I mean, it's not built yet. Basically, Matt, it is literally just a footprint of a stable. Like the floor, there's no cover, there's no roof.
And what you mean by footprint?
We can do the silly thing and just be like, yeah, a little tiny hut over her tent.
Maybe we do that. I don't know. I feel like should we wait for Aquila in order to talk with Fozia, or should we just relay everything to Aquila?
I mean, I'm sure Aquila would really like to see Fozia, so I'm always down to wait.
I mean, let's maybe ask first, like, you know, well, I'm too dumb to figure it out, but like, why are you back today specifically? Like, isn't it still dangerous?
Right. Yeah. I would make sure that she knows that it could be dangerous.
Well, I caught wind that probably the main threat to me was killed.
Like, you actually killed Zon?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Fuck that guy.
And while I would most likely stay on the other side, today is the anniversary of when I lost my parents.
Oh. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. But it was long ago. Let's see. What year was it? Very long ago. It's 39 PC.
John, are you okay?
I don't even know if Natara would have been alive then.
No, you were.
I was? Okay. I don't
Because
actually
it's
know.
39 years post-calamity.
Oh, post
Oh,
calamity.
PC.
PC.
I heard BC.
Sorry. Not BC. No, that's not.
That's still a long time ago.
You know, like,
Yes.
how old is this woman?
She is old. When was she born? She was born in 14.
I will ask her, though, have you learned any more, I don't know how connected you are with the stables or anything, but about any sort of activity or movement going on around these parts that might be malicious?
I don't know too much about what's happening, other than they're taking the teleporters that my grandfather helped to create to establish the network. I don't know why. I don't know what they could use them for, but it's truly a shame. But how have you all been? What have you been up to since the horse festival? Clearly you've made new friends.
Yes, all over the place. Specifically, we've been targeting these mechanized creations known as divine beasts, and trying to wrestle back control of them for the sake of ultimately defeating whatever evil is cast upon the land here. So we have a number of those under our belt, but a few more to go.
That is amazing. I like your group so much.
Have you met any other groups lately?
Yes!
Not lately. I'm
Works every time.
aware of another group similar to yours.
Oh yeah? Did they have like a Rito as well, and like a Chica man, and a Goron?
Yes.
What was your interaction with them like?
It was before I knew any of you guys. They are, I guess I can't speak for now, but they were a rowdy bunch. They passed through my stables many times.
Ionia, I would turn to her. Was that when you were still with them? Do you remember? You don't remember meeting a woman that looked like this at all, or?
Nor, it probably was before then. They were doing this for a while. And like I've said before, I was only with them for 2 weeks.
Ah, okay.
But yes, they have passed through before. That's Mova's crew.
I see. Mova.
What is your interest in them? Why do you ask?
Do we need to tell her anything more, or should we not?
I think we tell her exactly why we're interested in them, but like, can I just double check that there's not anyone that seems to be sneaking around listening in?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I make one as well?
Sure.
Because I do want to be careful.
Did you tiny hut, or are you guys all just standing out here in the rain?
I'll tiny hut.
Okay.
I think I would have tiny hut.
Okay.
Perception.
I have a 19 on my check.
I only got
Okay.
8.
Okay. No, not that you're aware of. Can't say for certain if the people in the other tents are listening or not. I mean, does sound pass through your tiny hut?
Good
I
question.
don't think so.
Oh, I just realized it's Leho's tiny hut. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not clear. It doesn't explicitly say.
The dome is opaque from the outside, but transparent from the inside. No, it does say objects. Yeah, objects can't pass through it, so it depends if you want to call sound an object.
No, sound's not an object. It probably just sounds like muffled, like when you hear somebody talking in another room. So, as far as like anybody that's listening in, you can't say for certain because you guys don't see anybody. But you don't see anybody like sneaking around at this point.
Does anybody have detect magic?
I can cast Detect Thoughts, and so to focus on it, I was reading.
If somebody's scrying on Fosia, like if the prophetess or
Oh,
something is scrying
sure.
on Fosia, like then we would just pick that up.
Does Aquila have detect magic?
No.
Yeah, you have that?
No, Aquila has it. Not,
Oh,
Yeah.
not me.
I don't
She's
know
not
if
here.
she would have it prepared or not even.
Yeah.
So.
I always
anyway,
have it prepared, but yes.
I
will
always have
say-
it prepared.
I will just spill the beans anyway, and say that I don't know if they know that they're getting into the business of this or not, or for whatever reason it's very unclear, but they do have on themselves one of the teleporters that have been being stolen. Does that make sense?
What?
Things
I don't know, I think I'm having
have been stolen.
One
What?
of the teleporters that have been stolen, but it's not like
That the Yiga have been stealing? Like,
they have been stealing them, and this is one of them that
Have been being stolen.
have
Okay.
been being stolen. Okay, I'm having a
What?
stroke.
I'm
I'm so
okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry, dear, I don't follow.
they have a teleporter, and the Yiga are stealing the rest of them. We think the Yiga will soon be closing in on them to wrestle control of their teleporter back, and we want to try to catch them and I don't know, make sure that teleporter doesn't get stolen by the Yiga. That might be the last one that they need.
Yeah, I'd say it's better that you guys get there quickly to protect it. I don't know why they need all of them, but it seems like they need all of them. there's a single stable that's been untouched.
Do you know why? And this might be apparent, but you mentioned before about Zahn wanting you, or some figure wanting you dead, or that had been killed. Do you know more about that person, or the story in general? I guess if that leads into that.
There is a lot to explain around that, but basically, the one you know as Zahn is the descendant of a line of Hylians who want control of the stable network, who want Eponico for themselves. They believe that it should belong to them, not me. Zahn, the son of Nozo, is son of Zaso. All of them have had it out for me. If I'm out of the way, there's nothing that can stop them from obtaining the deed to the company.
Right.
We picked up on a strange rivalry between the stables in the western regions, like Hebra, versus the stables in the eastern region, like Leneru and Necluda.
That is also
that part of
the story.
Okay, well, then we'll wait on that one.
I wish Aquila were here. I really want her to hear the story.
Well, are we resting at all, or are we just zipping back to Aquila? How long are we giving Aquila to search?
It's nighttime, right? We could just take Basia with us.
It's gonna take Aquila a day to get through all of that, most likely, right?
We can take Fozia with us.
If Fozia wants to come with us, yeah. I'd be down.
Miss Fozia, are you comfortable with teleportation?
I think I just lost sound again.
I want to ask you a very personal question here.
I heard Miss Fozia. Are you comfortable with?
It makes it so much worse. Are you comfortable with? Oh, now we lost Ben.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Unless he. Okay.
I'm still.
I
here.
just have the non-video participants thing on. Miss Fozia, are you comfortable with teleportation if we go see Aquila?
I haven't teleported anywhere in a while, but oh gosh, everything is freezing. I haven't teleported anywhere in a while, but sounds fun.
Do you have any history or relation to the great fairy Leho?
I've never met her in person, here or there. I know to avoid her.
Well, we're going directly to her grotto. We don't have to talk to her, but that's where Aquila is currently harvesting guardian parts, so.
Good for her. All right, let's go.
All right.
Hello.
Meanwhile, so I guess is there anything you guys want to do while you're at the stable still? You already have the shrine, or are you just going to teleport back?
I think just zip.
I think now that we have Fozia with us, we should.
Okay. Meanwhile, Aquila, you should switch the music back. But at this point, everybody has left you an LG. I believe you should still have light up currently.
I do, yes.
And let's flip back over to that map to keep track of the Guardians. If it wants to Um, by yourself in this eerily quiet chamber, what would you like to do first?
You know what it is. We're going back into the other room,
Of
and
course.
we're just gonna start taking them apart. I had actually planned to not long rest tonight. I was just gonna be exhausted and just work tonight.
All right, so Aquila, each guardian is very much intact. You have a choice, and you can mix and match your choice here, depending on like per guardian. You can either spend an hour at any given guardian to produce almost all of the salvageable parts. Um, but there are, I think, 12 of them total. So you can instead make investigation checks to see how many parts you get if you spend 10 minutes at each.
Oh man, this is really testing my greed right now. Um, how many guardians are there?
I believe there are 12.
Okay.
Is that right?
I think so.
5, 7, yeah. 12. So it's either 12 hours or 2 hours or somewhere in between.
Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go speed mode. Let's go. We're gonna do 2 hours, and I will cast a spell on myself. I will drop Eagle's Splendor and instead take Fox's Cunning.
Hmm. All right.
Vantage
Boy.
on intelligence checks.
4, 6, 8, and 20. Okay. All right. Approaching the first guardian. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All right, big numbers. Good start. All right, so that's a 21.
Okay. You begin to pick through, opening this up as you've done before. You end up. Ooh. Oh no. Um, this is the one that Lydian had dealt a lot of psychic damage to. The inside is in rough condition, and somehow you only find 1 ancient spring and 2 ancient screws. The dice were not happy with this one.
Oh, man.
So, kind of a dud, but that one has been picked clean.
Oh, man, my greed is immediately being tested. I will spend an hour. I will basically spend an hour doing this then, since that's how long my advantage lasts. So I will just do 6 of these, and then I'll stop and consider.
Okay, so you're going to do 6 of them with the 10-minute, right? That's what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
So go ahead and give me 5 more investigation checks with the advantage because it would be an hour. Yeah. For your enhanced ability.
Oh, damn.
There's
That's
some
a
big
20.
numbers.
That's a 21, a 28, a 31, a 27, and a 25.
Okay. I'm gonna go like one by one because I have a table. So the first one, you yield. Oh my God. uh, 2 more ancient springs and 2 ancient screws. I'm
This
so sorry.
stinks, man. I'm not doing this anymore.
28. So I need these ones as well. You on this one yield 5 ancient shafts, 7 ancient gears, 3 ancient springs. Man, it does not want you to have any. And 17 ancient screws.
Hold on. Time out. Repeat. That was 5 ancient shafts.
7 ancient gears, what was this number? I think it was 3. I already moved it. Yeah, it was 3. 3 ancient springs and 17 ancient screws.
The stupid amount of springs or screws.
I mean, they're screws. There's gonna be a lot of them. So then on the 31 investigation, you find 1 ancient core in this one, only 1 ancient shaft, 6 ancient gears, 7 ancient springs, and 9 ancient screws.
Guys, we're up to
On
36
the,
ancient screws right now.
the next one, 3 ancient shafts. I'm gonna stop saying ancient, I'm just reading it. So 3 shafts, 6 gears, 6 springs, and 18 screws.
All right, make that 54 ancient screws.
Hopefully that's enough. And on the last one, the 25, that will be 4 gears, 12 springs, and 12 screws. No giant ancient cores,
Oh,
and
right,
only
man.
1 ancient core.
Was clearly punished for my greed, so I will be spending the remaining 6 hours going one by one. Can you read out
So,
the results from that last one again? I got the springs and the gears.
12 springs, 12 screws. That was it. There was no shafts on that
Oh,
one.
okay. Okay.
So let me eliminate some more of these guys to keep track. Okay. Approaching this one, the last one in this room, you're going to spend an hour, correct?
Yes.
Okay. In this one, I'm going to go the opposite way this time. 13 screws, 5 springs, 7 gears, 1 shaft, 1 core, and 1 giant core.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
And it is around this time, once you've hit like the 2-hour mark going in here, that you hear something for the first time outside of your own noise. And it's not LG. LG has just been silent and helping, and coming from the chamber that holds Leho's grotto and the shrine are the rest of your party plus 1.
Has it really been a day already? I feel like I've lost track of the time.
Hi, no, it's only been a few hours. But it is dark outside, and we can long rest soon. So maybe save your energy for more guardians tomorrow. But we do have Miss Fosia with us, who we ran into by happenstance at the stable, and we wanted to hear her story, but we didn't want her to tell it without you here.
Hi, Akila, dear.
Miss Fosia, what a surprise. I guess
Are
we
you
can set
having
up camp
fun
then.
here with all your guardian toys?
Yeah, I've got like grease stains on my face. I've like set up a makeshift like processing area of like organizing all the different parts. It's a mess in here now. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
I don't want to interrupt, but if you would like to take a break, maybe we can build a fire and opposite about it. I can tell you all my story.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Akila, are you sure you want to be pulled away right now?
There, I am like doing like the kid at Christmas, like look at the toys, look back, like oh, I have to like say hello to relatives, like oh, I
Yeah.
guess. Oh, I'm just gonna work through the night anyway, so I can listen to the story for now, and then I'll just work through the night.
Yeah. You guys set up a little campsite, little fire. And Fozia chills out here and everything, and once everybody kind of settles and takes seats around here, Fozia would begin her story. Now, feel free to interrupt me at any point if you have questions.
Let me come up with come up with music. Hold on.
Okay.
Is it what kind of story is it? Is it a happy story or a sad story? I'm asking Miss Fozia, and I have my loot in front of me.
There's some sadness in the story.
Okay. I got the perfect stuff.
I just, I'm not sure how much time I have left, but I want to share my tale with some brave heroes so that it may live on. So, 71 years ago, I, Annie Fozia, of course, took over Iponico. Now what year is it? 160-year-old company that originally produced horse gear. I would spend multiple weeks at a time with one, but never both of my parents, as they traveled from stable project to stable project, working to acquire more locations. During this time, I became very comfortable with traveling around the land of Hyrule, and when my parents eventually became more preoccupied with the stable business than with me, I would often leave their watch to explore the world on my own. I was quite the adventurous young girl in my early years, and from the time I turned 14, I spent all of my time traveling the land. Once around this time, I was exploring the Sanadin Park ruins in western central Hyrule, when I found myself in the presence of the most beautiful horse in all the land, a majestic, pure white stallion. The two of us formed an instant connection, and my mother later recognized this horse as the potential descendant of a royal horse that had escaped the calamity. I named this horse Daphnis, and grew to become a skilled combatant atop my steed. The pair of us joined a group of other young adventurers in early post-calamity Hyrule, much like the group you all have. Perhaps that's why I have such a place in my heart for you. Not long after, we found ourselves in a fateful battle. My beloved Daphnis fell while protecting me, and in his dying moments, I swore I'd find a way to bring him back to me. My party caught wind of an old rumor surrounding a mysterious fairy who loved horses, and so began our quest to find this being. Eventually we discovered Melania, the horse god, who upon my promise of worship returned my equestrian companion to me. My grandparents were royal horse trainers pre-calamity, lived a comfortable life in Mabe Village. Just before the calamity hit, my mother was on a trip with her father, my grandfather, Magnol, to what is now known as the South Akala Stable, the place we stand now. No, you guys aren't there now. Sorry, I was just reading it. The place we were. While traveling, Ganon's assault began, and the two of them sought shelter in the Akala Citadel. In the time that has passed, I often wonder if the diary she once spoke of to me still rests somewhere within. Regardless, they were able to survive the calamity there without my grandmother, who unfortunately did not survive the attacks on Mabe Village. And during the early period of Reconstruction, my mother and Magnol worked together to rebuild and operate the South Akala Stable. Eventually, Magnol sought to construct a second location in Akala per a deal with the Sheikah researcher known as Robbie, who was building a lab up in North Akala after the discovery of a Sheikah magic flame location. Later, this deal would see Robbie and my grandfather develop the technology for an interstable horse teleportation system, the teleporters that we were speaking of. During this time, my grandfather left and my mother overtook the operation of South Akala Stable. Here she met my father, a man who was successfully taming horses in Akala for the use of the stables. Together, the pair began a venture for the sake of expanding the stable system to help protect travelers. They acquired a ruined location of an inn that housed royal soldiers who were training at the now abandoned military training camp, which became Woodland Stable due to its proximity to Great Hyrule Forest. Their path of acquisition continued south with Wetland Stable, then Riverside Stable, and eventually the founding of Dueling Peaks Stable. After many years of adventure, I found myself in an impossible position. Under mysterious circumstances, both of my parents had perished, leaving the stable network they had built under Eponico solely to me. Though my grandfather was still alive, he had gotten too old to be able to run the unwieldy 15 stables my parents had acquired. They had major plans to unite the ruined kingdom of Hyrule through these stables, and I had no choice but to honor their final wishes. My connection to Melania the horse god had given me the ability to communicate, in a way, with my beloved Daphnis, as well as all other horses, if only minimally so. And so I came to understand that my companion longed for a life free of the captivity that following me around the stables would offer. And so I released him where I had found him, and from then on only saw him occasionally, until he too passed a few years later. In his memory, I created the symbol of the Horse Festival. 65 years ago is when I established that first ever Horse Festival, as a celebration, too, of Hylian achievement in the face of nearly being wiped out. And after running the stable network for a few years, I recognized the significance our stables had in the new Hylian way of life. These 15 locations were havens for travelers, allowing the surviving Hylian people to venture from the towns they had originally fled to. In celebration of the newly found cultural impact of the stables, I elected to establish an annual holiday celebrating the impact the horse and the stables had on our people. I chose Highland Stable for the event due to the large open space for horse-related activities and the pre-existing massive population of wild horses. And as a cleric of the horse god Melania, the proximity to his fountain played a role in my decision as well. Are we good? Do we have any questions? I'm a little scattered in my old age, so it's not exactly chronological. I'm saying it as I remember. I appreciate the patience.
You said that your parents died under mysterious circumstances. Did they have any sort of other connections or anything where you kind of theorized over the years where they might have gone?
I'm glad you asked. Let me get to that. So, when I acquired the 15 stables from my parents upon their deaths, I worked to establish them as a unified series of safe havens. The original 7 that my parents had established were the precedent for this process. Gerudo Canyon Stable took an effort of diplomacy with the Gerudo people. Outskirts Stable was independent and resisted organization for a long time. Highland and Lakeside Stables were acquired by my parents at the same time, as they shared an owner. Lakeside had been built atop an ancient stable-like site deep in the jungles near Lake Floria. Highland was similarly the ancient site of a complex stable system. The final 4 stables, Rito, Snowfield, Serene, and Tabantha, were established by a rival of my parents, who saw the stable system as a means for profit. Eventually, my parents and their supporters turned the workers of these 4 stables against their rival in a messy, mutiny-like situation. Though this move had the support of the people of Hyrule, it was shortly after this incident that my parents lost their lives. To go a little bit more in depth about this, This rival and previous owner of the aforementioned 4 Northwest stables was Zaso Tala, a Hylian man from Merida Exchange who avoided the events of the calamity by hiding in the Tanagar Canyon. When he re-emerged with the other Hylians, who had fled similarly, the kind Rito helped them build a refuge, which would become Rito's stable. Zaso saw this as an opportunity to profit off of displaced Hylians and went on to construct the Tabantha, Serene, and Snowfield stables before eventually buying out Rito's stable as well. The Hylians in this region had no other option, as a trek to anywhere else in Hyrule required passing through highly contested grounds. The Rito people became more reclusive following the death of their great leader, Champion Rivali, and thus refused to house any desperate Hylians, as they shut themselves off to the world. These Hylians were forced into labor at the stables if they could not afford to stay there, and Zaso profited greatly. Eventually, my parents caught wind of this while looking into assimilating these Northwest stable properties into their Aponico stable network. And Zaso knew of their charitable means and refused to give up the position he held in Tabantha and Hebra. So they pulled the rug out from under his feet by turning the people in this region against him. Perhaps was a little controversial, but following that, Zaso fled to an unknown location, and shortly after, my parents died. I myself spent the past four years living at Wetland Stable due to its heavy traffic between my parents' original series of stables and proximity to the ranch ruins in Mabe Village, the location of my mother's family's old home. I've made trips between there and North Akala Stable to visit my grandfather's old friend Robbie and the original stable of my family's company. With the 65th annual Horse Festival, I had planned to discard my distinguished invitation. However, a dream from my old friend Melania changed my mind. He requested I return to pay him a final visit. I knew this could mean being reunited with Daphnis, but I was also aware that this could attract the unwanted attention of family enemies. I enlisted the help of a stable far from the reach of Aponico's enemies, Dueling Peaks. Its location beyond the choke of the Twin Mountains reduced the risk of the knowledge of my travels from reaching the wrong people. The 2 primary stable managers sent their capable daughter to retrieve this old woman and escort me safely, which she did. All the while, I was playing the role of a senile geriatric as to reduce any suspicion of my capabilities. And upon realizing Akila's fascination with guardians, I produced a relic, one of many in my possession, that you did seem to appreciate greatly, dear. Though, I did produce a false tale of finding it in my youth. Truthfully, my old party slayed many guardians in our prime, and I held on to that core as a memento from a time long forgotten. Which brings me to you, O heroes of Hyrule, liberators of the Horse Festival. I would like to offer the entirety of Aponico to you all, but primarily Akila. As thanks, you may do with it whatever you please. However, you should be aware that there are those who seek to abuse the network for profit. This ownership comes with the boon of unlimited free stays at all 15 stable locations, as well as a reception of profits, of course, but I entrust you to do with this as you wish. I've thought this once before, but especially now that your group has grown, you do remind me very much of the adventuring party I was part of years ago. So, trust each other. There is nothing that compares to the bond you share with those willing to fight alongside you through any challenge you may face. And as long as you face it together, there's nothing you cannot accomplish. And she produces a document from one of her 2 little bags that she carries with her. And Roll20 is frozen. So it may not be able to show you guys.
I was gonna ask her something.
Go ahead.
If we need stall time in between.
Yeah, go for it.
Fozia mentioned that Zaso was the Hylian that basically established the rival business of owning the stables and profiting off of them, at least in the 4 northwest stables. And Zahn is a descendant of Zasso. It goes Zasso and then some other figure, Zahn's
Nozo.
father, Nozo, and then Zahn. Does she know of any others from that rival business model that are still around or could threaten Eponico moving forward now that Zahn are with us?
Let me look at my timeline real quick.
Just like, another, if he had a sibling or like somebody else, some other detractor.
That I don't know specifically. Did not know them very personally, but Zasso passed away back in 67, I'd like to say. But as far as I'm aware, Nozo, father of Zahn, is still around.
Okay. Anybody else questions?
Just thinking about how rich we could possibly be. Rolling that dough. Not really. I don't think I'm like that much, but intrigued.
Guess I don't know what to say, Miss Fosia. Why us?
Like I said, you reminded me of my party. And you are the heroes of Hyrule. Liberators of the Horse Festival.
Do you feel like you're too, like you want to retire as the head of Eponico, or what's your reason for departure, I guess?
I worry that I'm simply too old, unfortunately, that if something were to happen, I could not protect this. And I know that you're all capable of protecting the stables, because you've already done so
Well, as best
in
we
more
can,
ways than you realize.
as best we can protect them. We are only, 6 folks. But I don't know. I mean, I'll defer this decision ultimately to Aquila. It's a large responsibility.
It will be strange. We can't afford to be involved in the minutia of each stable right now. I mean, I suppose step 1 of our new ownership is to get our property back.
I suppose that makes sense.
Afterwards, I would probably say we should hand it over to people who actually know how to run a stable.
Oh, you don't have to do much. Just be the leaders of it. The stables operate sort of as a franchise. There's independent managers at each one. Though, should a problem arise, they will be going to you for help, which I know you are all capable of.
Are the current stables for profit, or are they operating at like a sort of net zero sort of thing where only the operations are, like, that's the only thing that the fees kind of cover? Because you mentioned that somebody wanted to come in for the sake of profit. Are the other ones non then, or?
So currently, all 15 stables operate with some profit, not a lot. Obviously enough to keep everything running and operating, and profit enough to incentivize people to continue to run the stables. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Currently, none of the stables are under the control of Zaso's descendants. During his time, the Hylians around those stables had no other options, and he could charge whatever he liked or force them to work.
Gotcha. Well, I have an idea of who to scry on next.
Well, I know it was long-winded, but thank you all for listening to my story.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also, is Magnol Robbie's wife?
Magnol is
Is-
Fosia's grandfather.
Posia's grandfather.
Survivor of the calamity.
We'll have to think on this then as a group.
Is there anything anybody else would like to do?
I don't think so.
Who are sleeping or sleeping. Those of us
Yeah.
not.
Is it bedtime?
I think it's bedtime.
I think we sleep. I think we take a big fat snooze.
Yeah. You guys all, almost all of you, settle down around the fire to rest, while Aquila, assisted by LG, stay up. Okay. You go to the far south chamber. How are you going to go about these 5 remaining guardians?
Like the order or a specific method?
Are you going to spend an hour at each, or are you going
Yeah,
to...
I'm doing an hour at each, yeah.
Okay. So, at the end, are you just going to go through all 5? Just
Yep.
nothing else, nonstop? All right. Let's back up. My little table. I might think it might be better if I just do it like this, if I just roll. So I can tell you the full totals of everything. So there's 5 of them. So, Aquila. That's not great. 10, 23, 33, 34 screws total from all of these. From all 5. And come on. 1, 2. Um, 34 springs. Eighteen gears. 17 shafts. Wow. Yeah, that's 5. Okay, so 11 cores and 5 giant cores.
Ooh, sheesh.
And you also take a level of exhaustion.
Oh yeah.
A
Get me
little
some
fun, like,
coffee.
add-on. But that is all of the guardians that are in here. Now looted. Depleted.
Okay. So, maybe we can plan now, but when we get up in the morning, what is our? Are we all just teleporting to the stable and moving towards Death Mountain from there?
It's up to you guys.
Some way to not die from the heat.
Yeah,
True.
maybe we can stop and like ask people near some of the stables close to Death Mountain.
Yeah.
Just because I imagine they'll have experience with it. There's probably other people that come and ask them stuff all the time.
Okay. Sounds good. We can't tiny hut because I burned my last spell slot, but we can enjoy the ambience of Aquila hunting corkscrews.
Yeah. You guys are just like a construction site noise as you guys are trying to go to bed. Enjoy.
I do have a plan for the morning though, for scrying that is. Jenna, we take the big snooze, not the big snooze.
Wait.
If we take a big snooze,
I've lost my audio. Hold on.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna ask if anything
Why isn't this working?
like overnight because it feels like a pretty safe environment. I wonder if we could just fast forward to when everything's better again. Hello.
I had to stop the stream. I can't
Wait,
keep
you
doing
already do that?
No.
Yeah, oh, I thought
Oh,
you
I
had done that.
I thought you already stopped that.
Yeah, so we're good now.
Anyway, I was gonna say, if we stay here overnight, does anything happen overnight? Do we screams? Do we get assaulted
Nope.
or anything?
Nope, nope.
Cool. Then we sleep. We wake up.
Yes, long rest benefits. Except for Aquila.
Except for Aquila.
Aquila, who's like out of spell slots, and
I think it's gonna be a down day today anyway. You know.
Wait, I'm not out of spell slots.
Okay.
I still have most of my spells. I didn't spend any of my high level shit. I was just like throwing fireballs and turret blasts at people.
No beard.
no beard.
No
Rip.
good today.
Aquila, can you just read me the totals of everything you have now? I'm so curious.
Sure. No problem.
What does LG want? Give him some food.
No, we're
Big
using
dogs
it
gotta
for
eat.
actual reasons now.
Big dogs gotta eat.
No.
Big dog.
It is 113 ancient screws,
Nice.
70 ancient springs, 50 ancient gears, 28 ancient shafts, 14 cores, 7 giant cores.
Wow.
When will you be satisfied, Aquila?
I am satisfied now. Now I just got to figure out how to use this. I have to figure out how to use the ancient tool now.
Jenna, I would like to make your life dramatically harder.
Okay.
Is there any like puddle of liquid whatsoever from like rainwater within this, or is it completely dry environment?
The only thing would be Leho's grotto.
Is that still full of liquid without talking to Leho?
Mhm.
Okay, then I would peer into that, and I want to scry on Nozo. See if we get a connection.
Whoa.
Bogey?
What is the number that we're at here? Like, what am I adding to this roll? Because you have only heard of this man.
Yeah.
I believe he gets a. I saved this. Hold on. So it's. And it's like it's compounded in a way that it's different. Okay, so I've heard of the target. He gets a +5, and I don't have any sort of connection to him. I don't have a possession or garment or likeness or picture or whatever. So he only gets a +5 to his roll. He's got to be a
Okay.
DC 17 Wisdom save.
Okay. Okay. Lydian, you peer over the edge of the petals into the shimmering pond of Leho's grotto. It's brighter than the other grottos you've seen, just because there's a natural light that is emitted from her bulb here. As you peer in, an image does manifest. You see a Yiga Blade Master walking with a torch down a corridor, seeming like he's patrolling. And he walks back and forth a long stretch of corridor. At one point, another Blade Master enters the hallway from a side room, like a doorway, walks past. The two give each other a nod, and the other one disappears, not to be seen again. But the one that you know as Nozo, whatever his name is, the image follows this Blade Master walking. That's it.
So he's
Was
just
there a
walking down
hand
a
in
dark
there?
corridor. Could I see if there's any sort of like ornamentation that gives a suggestion of an area, like any Gerudo, anything, to see if he's just in the hideout or something?
Give me a perception check.
15.
With a 15, what languages do you know?
I think only Rito. It's yeah. I don't think any other languages really.
You watch this image intently. And you look at all the walls for anything. There's a column that kind of borders, like on a corner. I mean, you keep seeing it every time he walks by it. And there is some kind of faded text on it. Like decorative, like an embellishment on a decorative piece of the column. Very wavy, like twisty, narrow. Kind of looks like Gerudo. But in the light shed by his torch, it's a little tough to really make out.
Difficult. Quick check-in with everybody. Should we scry on Bogey too, and I should just burn both?
I mean, I don't think it can hurt to scry Bogey. Especially since
I mean, if we find out that Nozo's a Blade Master, can we ask Lorcanon if he happens to know anything?
So I looked back in my lore document.
Okay.
A smart strategy sometimes. So I was like, oh yeah. I think there was something about Zahn's father. But all I really know is that Zahn's father, like, wasn't born in the Yiga clan and wasn't abducted as a child. All that I really know is that some outsider guy ended up joining like the clan as an adult
Oh,
and had a son.
Lorhannon, give me a history check.
That's a 16.
You knew most, if not all, of the Blade Masters during your time there. You were a Blade Master, and though it's not the kind of thing where you know everybody personally, you at least could recognize the names of Blade Masters. This guy was not a Blade Master while you were there.
that's suspicious.
Oh boy.
He was a Blade Master, but also I remember he was important in some way, but not necessarily like in a formal way.
Yep. He was important in some way, and he's now a Blade Master.
Do you think he's connected to the prophetess or something?
I mean, you said he's doing patrol duty, right? Like that
Yeah.
almost sounds like a demotion.
Yeah, that sounds like shit
Yes.
work.
Like patrol duty, like that's not what a Blade Master wants. That's like the worst possible Blade Master work.
So
Your
Am I
your
right
hunch
with
is
that?
correct here.
yeah,
Interesting.
I feel like it's not like he's important because he was connected to the prophetess, and then when her rise to power, it's not like he also became like a blade master at all. Because, most likely when she rose to power, he was demoted for some reason. Either maybe he had closer alliances with Koga or something, and then she wanted to squash that, or
That's what it seems like to me. Or maybe Zahn
Something with Zahn dying.
failed, so exactly he was punished for that.
Zahn did, presumably. We now
Well,
have
it
it
says
potentially
Zahn's dead,
confirmed
so.
that Zahn
I
did
think
die.
I'm pretty sure I tried on him and it didn't go through, so I think that he is full dead.
That's
Um,
crazy.
We're having like a good evening. We had come to you with frightening news at this hour. Zahn Yiga confirmed dead.
Dead at 61.
See, that failure on the bridge was not for nothing.
We demoted.
Nice.
Yeah.
Zahn and
Voted his
demoted
father. Great.
I'm feeling pretty good now. This is woof.
His father was on food stamps, you heartless bastards.
Interesting.
Would you like to scry on Bogey?
Lot to think about. Yes. I would like to scry on Bogey using my my picture. So I have heard my target gets I have he gets a +5, but then because I have a possession, no, I don't have a possession regard. I have a likeness.
You have like a drawing.
He gets a +3 to this.
Okay. You, after having this discussion, redirect your focus back to the reflecting pool and focus on Bogey. You hear various grunting noises and clashing of metal blades as the picture comes into view. The image is shaky as you see Bogey and his group locked in combat. And as you get your bearings, you see they're fighting none other than the Yiga clan. In Eldon, no less. Though it's plain to see the adventuring group is going to beat the Yiga foot soldiers and Blade Master, the Gerudo calls out, Mova, how many more waves of Yiga are they going to send? This is ridiculous. I know, the Hylian woman responds. This is the third attack in 2 days. Bogey, at your 6! As she calls this command, Bogey does a 180 spin wielding his massive stone-crushing club and completely wrecks the Blade Master that appeared behind him, as you've witnessed them do before. The Blade Master's voice cries out in pain as he collapses to the ground, and an arrow from the Sheikah man with long white hair is shot straight into the mask. As the group works together to finish off the remaining foot soldiers with ease, you can see behind them is the young Hylian man with red hair, being cornered against the warm rocks of the mountain by 2 Yiga. They go to strike, and he closes his eyes, throwing up his hands in defense, and the Yiga's attacks all miss as they clatter against an invisible shield, giving the other members of his party an opening to take them out. Nice one, kid, the shady Rito known as Pavilion says. Just as the poor boy begins to feel a sense of pride, suddenly, iridescent illusory butterflies and flower petals begin to appear and flutter around him. Huh, what? He reacts, puzzled as to how he's producing such an effect, which causes everyone else to burst out in laughter. Bogey's booming voice echoes across the landscape. Clearly frustrated, Mova approaches, trying to shoo the effect away with her hands. You've been so screwed up ever since you fell in that fairy fountain, she says under her breath and shaking her head. As the others turn their attention away to loot the bodies, you hear in the background a faint sniffle and see Mova pause and then hug her brother. The two continue to have a conversation, but your vision has continued focusing on the Goron you scryed on, as he plunges his weapon into the ground as a holding point and begins collecting mighty bananas from the pockets of the Yiga. Rather than examining the bodies, the Sheikah man appears to be examining the Yiga's tracks, seeking some kind of understanding. He squats down and traces his fingertips along the dirt and calls back to the woman. Mova, he stands and turns to face her direction, a fluid motion with his inherent Sheikah grace. Do you suppose they're looking for something? Mova dusts herself off and stands up, bringing her hands to her chin in thought as she moseys over. In focus once again, she rejoins her group. A sudden streak of inspiration strikes her face, and as she places a hand on her bag, you don't think... She trails off as she opens the bag at her side a crack, revealing a glowing blue light emanating from within as the vision begins to fade away. All 6 members of the group looking at each other with their varied expressions.
Rats. Listen. What was the environment that they were like in? Were they around the foothill of the mountain, or where were they on the mountain? Could I see anything from their environment?
They were on the mountain. You when the best view you got of it was when the Hylian man was pressed up against the rocks in the distance.
Yeah.
They are in a very rocky mountainous terrain right now. The rocks are all like warm colored, like reds and oranges.
Yeah. So I wasn't able to like get a view of like the landscape at all, where I could kind of triangulate like what side of the mountain they're on, you know?
I'd say, having never been to Eldon before, it would be extremely difficult for you to pinpoint where exactly they were, because you could not see like the surround. They weren't high enough up that you could see out across Hyrule to get a location. You know what I mean?
Okay. So they weren't super high up.
Yes.
All right. Well, I wish we had a way to track them. I mean, we have Natara.
It is a mountain, and
Right. That's what I'm saying. So we can try to track, like, if we get to Foothill Stable, I think that's Foothill Stable that we were just at. Ask people around for it was not Jenna.
South Akala, you were at.
That was South Akala. Okay. I don't know if they had been around there, or if we would need to go to actual Foothill Stable, which is a little bit closer. Either way, we can track them once we get on the mountain.
Yeah, we can track them, and I can use Skywrite to sort of see if they'll respond to some quick messages.
Sure. That's a good idea.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Then I think we TP out of there, right?
I think so.
Suppose.
With all of the Guardian husks thoroughly looted, and the life story of Miss Annie Fosia shared, you guys leave this forgotten temple, the location, the site of the Great Fairy Leho, and teleport to the waypoint of the shrine adjacent to what will be, once again, South Akala Stable. I'll boop us back here. The rain here has subsided, and though it's quite muddy and damp and evident that it had rained through the night, it is not currently. What would you guys like to do at the stable here?
I mean, we've rested. Do we want to start traveling, or do we want to talk to people here and see if anyone knows anything about heat-resistant
Let's do that.
things we can do?
I think we have to do that, otherwise we're in.
Otherwise we can't travel.
Yeah, there are definitely people here, and among them some familiar faces. The stable is under construction actively once again, in the process of being erected by mostly a lot of these familiar faces that you guys would recognize. Among them, Ash, the elderly gentleman from Woodland Stable, and his twin grandchildren are helping here. The family that you encountered here, that Natara, you spent a little bit of time with, are here. Dimitri, his wife, Tene, and their daughters, and his sister. The also here is a Gerudo with a pixie cut, as well as a comparatively shorter Hylian gentleman with blonde hair that you guys would recognize from
That's the guy that we bullied.
Wetland Stable. Yeah, the Gerudo you guys encountered on the pathway, and the Hylian man you guys met at Wetland Stable. So, who would you like to talk to here?
Gerudo?
Yeah.
I mean, they likely haven't gotten the news that you're on FBI's Most Wanted yet.
Yet.
But if we talk to them and they get word, they will know that this is the last sighting here. I mean, I guess there's no harm in doing it. They probably already have seen us.
Part of me wonders if they'd even send anyone after us anyway, but then again, I am holding a priceless relic of
Yeah,
the
a little
group of
bit.
people in my hands right now.
A little
And
bit, pal.
Natara
A little
has
bit.
the shield, so.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't want to talk to Ash.
yeah,
I don't
you-
think
you
Ash
gave
is
the-
very helpful.
You gave the Gerudo's sacred treasure to a fish.
Hey.
A desert people to literally someone from the ocean, a thing that they probably don't even know what it is.
Okay, well, Natara deserved it, so you know what? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but like that, put yourself in the Gerudo's shoes. They're gonna send some real heaters after us.
I mean, my
Gonna-
feet are always in the Gerudo shoes, but thank you. Yeah.
Jenna, besides the Hylian man, the Gerudo woman, and Ash, the stable owner, who else is there? I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't like.
It's Ash, his twin grandchildren, the family that operates the stable. Dimitri is the head of that. His sister Kafia, his wife Tene, their daughters Jana and Glima, Karsh the Gerudo, and Isra, the simp.
The what?
Isra the Simp.
The simp.
You hear?
Okay. Cool.
His title.
I guess we'll talk to
I guess if
Dimitri.
he is a simp. he's wrong.
Good thing that we're not live now because we would get banned on Twitch if we said that. That's
Really?
that is a black word on Twitch apparently.
Wait, simp?
Yes,
Why?
because people kept calling Twitch staff simps, so they banned it.
I love the internet.
Can we talk to Dimitri maybe? Does he seem
Okay.
like he would know about heat resistance?
From what you remember from talking to him, he's not that bright.
Who does
Oh,
seem
he's
that?
stupid.
Who seems like they travel a lot and they're like do we feel like the Gerudo is the most traveled person here?
Probably. Like, probably. Unfortunately.
Then I will go talk to the Gerudo. Anari, if you don't want to associate yourself with us, maybe they won't be able to connect the dots.
I'm
But-
already here, so it's fine.
Okay.
Let's
Talk
talk
to
this.
her. We'll talk to her. And say, hello, good morning.
Oh, hello.
Have you been traveling a lot around these parts lately?
Yes. Sorry, do I know you?
I don't know. I'm Lydian. Nice to meet you.
I am Karsh.
Yes, we've met.
Yes.
That's fine that you don't
Um,
remember me, though, because I don't remember you. So it can
Oh,
be like a first meeting
um,
again, if you're okay with that.
I'm sorry. Yes. Hello.
Okay, wonderful. Do you know anything about not burning alive in the Elden Mountain?
Interesting topic of conversation. I believe at Foothill Stable there is an alchemist who makes potions to avoid it.
Foothill
I
Stable
told her
is in-
some. Sorry.
No, sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Had sold her some vials for her potions. I work in glass blowing,
Wonderful.
but maybe you knew that since we know each other.
Right. I might have known that, but that's a neat hobby regardless.
It's my career. Thank you.
Neat career regardless. What direction, cardinally, is Foothill Stable?
West on the road. Take the first north turn.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yes.
Don't let anyone tell your sparkle.
Thank you. This is my boyfriend, Isra.
Okay.
Oh, Karsh.
Yeah.
Karsh.
No.
Hi, Ezra.
Oh, hey. Have we met before?
I don't think
Probably not. Probably
it's
not.
Fine. If you don't remember and I don't remember, it's like meeting for the first time.
You're so right. Sorry, were you talking to my girl here?
Yeah.
My God, man.
I was indeed. I was saucing her up. That's exactly what I was doing.
Sauce.
Hey man, you better watch your beak around my girl, okay?
That's kind of our word, but that's fine.
I'm gonna be like, what? Inari, I don't understand. What's happening here?
And alright, should we ruin? I like Karsh a lot. Are we going to bully this man again while Karsh is dating him?
Here's the thing, Bohannon. This is the unfortunate reality of dating Hylian men, which maybe Karsh is just not aware of yet. So I don't know, like, if she's happy with him, I don't think I'm going to be able to change her mind. But maybe we can kind of make him look really stupid in front of her, and that might help. I don't know. I kind of
It
like
hasn't
her.
stopped her so far.
Just wanna
Look
go
what he just look how he just talked to Lydian, and that was just super chill to Karsh.
Oh. Hmm. Oh, are we like right near Lydian? Are we like where?
Where
are
are
we
you
Hear
saying?
this conversation happening, clearly.
I feel like you guys are directly behind me.
We heard the B,
So
we heard
hear
the B
beat
word.
comment. And Lydian, because we were having this conversation, have you responded to the beat comment? You've responded to the beat comment.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I
I really want to make a racism comment. I'm not gonna.
will.
I won't.
Okay. Anyway,
Inari, am I supposed to come to my friend Lydian's aid here?
I mean,
Draw steel, as it is?
wait, what did you say?
Draw steel.
Wait, what?
Fight him. Draw
Fight him?
steel.
Oh, steel. I thought you said seal, and I'm like, what the? What
I also
steel?
thought you said draw seal. I'm like, okay.
I'm like pulling out a piece of paper, and I'm like, I don't seal before.
Nari gets out a sand seal.
I mean, I don't think we should do that. Just because it might make us not look good, and we already have a lot going on for ourselves. But I do want to mess with him.
Wait. I've realized right now.
What?
Doesn't he works for one of the stables, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I think. Are we gonna
Oh,
pull
where's
out the?
boss?
Are we gonna pull out the piece of paper and be like, is this how you talk to your employer?
Listen. Following a HR complaint about the use of certain ethnic slurs, we've decided to dismiss.
Wait.
Running this stable. I heard this.
We should do.
Oh no, I don't
if-
think we should do that.
No,
We didn't even sign it yet, did we?
we don't
Like
have
the
to have.
deed.
I mean,
Oh, just the fact that we have it.
we
means
have
own
the
it.
deed. Like, just cover up the part that we haven't signed.
No, I'll just say, listen, man, I just, I don't mean any trouble, but you should, typically watch what you say around your potential future employers.
Excuse me?
That's right. We own the stables now, which, if I remember correctly from the time that we may or may not have met, you work for one of them.
You actually remember incorrectly. I'm a treasure hunter.
Oh, you're a treasure hunter. Okay.
We got the
Um,
chief.
It's the guy
So-
who's trying to test in the river.
So you're standing around here, being odd rather than looking for treasure.
Have you found any
Have
treasure?
you found any?
Well, he found the ultimate
Look.
score.
Don't help his Riz game.
We have to save her.
We need to save her. We're fine together. It's fine, guys.
Of course,
Save
I've
Karsh from her
found treasure before. We're just, with the new stable being built, wanna set up a life here together.
Yeah, so like what kind of treasure have you found? Like what specifically have you
All rare kinds.
Oh, like what kinds of rare treasure? I mean, we've been traveling a lot. I'm always very interested in
Yeah.
Well, I just
this-
don't want to tell you because I don't want you to try and rob me, because then I'd have to like break your arms or something.
I cannot.
Could you
I
reach her arms?
extend my arm to offer it to him to break it.
Not today, man.
Not today.
Just so you know, Anari found 119 ancient screws just yesterday.
I bet you don't have that many ancients.
I think all of you have a screw loose.
Oh, you got us, man.
He got us. He got us.
Jenna, what's he wearing?
He has like a light blue like puffy like undershirt thing and a like purple-ish vest over top.
Does he have a backpack or a hat?
No, he wouldn't have either.
Um,
How much do you think he would weigh? Arguably.
I don't have a
Um,
large reduce prepared for today.
Just like
Probably like 145.
okay, so like if Inari were to like reach down and grab him by the cuff of his shirt and just lift him slightly, do you think she'd be able to do that? Like an intimidation sort of thing?
what
Yeah,
are
I
you
think she-
intimidating
I
him
hate this
for?
man. I just
Like,
hate
we
this
don't need
man.
anything from him.
I think he sucks.
So, are you doing that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Ah.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Look, I'm sorry.
If you whiff this, it's gonna be very funny.
He is insufferable. I have to do this. Do I have intimidation proficient? I do. This is a +7, so this could be really
Again,
embarrassing.
we don't
if I
need
try.
anything from him.
Look,
This is just
it's all about the okay.
message that we're
It's
sending.
about the message. And let me see if I want to do something here really quick.
As this is happening, I'm now turning to Lydian, being like, so do you think that Inari's trying to impress Harsh here?
I don't exactly know. It seems like a lot of emotions have boiled up within Inari, and honestly, I was just gonna screw with them for a little bit and then get on our way. But Inari has something going on right now, and we need
Yes.
to let that finish out.
So
You know,
Things
we'll
have-
poke a sleeping bear.
So
Things have
real.
spiraled out of control.
So
We're just like
real.
shaking her head.
Look,
Why do we do
Ionia
this
is
every
just like,
time?
isn't my father in mortal danger? And you're just like,
look, I'm just
It's also like overtime for the session, and this is what we're staying here for.
we don't have to like Inari's not actually like we don't
You-
like she would not
You bring an
actually do this.
NPC back that's on Lydian's shit list, and we are like, oh yeah, fuck this
He's not
guy.
even on my list. He's not.
He should
Maybe we
be.
should add him to the list. Yeah, no,
Okay, here's a revolutionary idea. You can have your own shit list. That's fine.
Inari does. It's very extensive.
Okay.
I'm not actually gonna. Like,
So-
I'm not gonna waste time trying to like do this.
No, you're not going to?
Yeah.
Let's just leave.
Well, if you'll all excuse me, going to go hang out with my girlfriend now. Doubt any of you have any partners.
I bet
And
you
he like
guys-
puts his arm around like the waist of
Yeah.
Harsh.
He's a short king.
Wait.
I bet you guys touch faces together, huh?
Okay.
my Catherine's thinking the same thing.
Can Inari speak to Karsh and Gerudo very briefly? Just
Yeah.
as we walk away, I do want to tell her like, hey, I think you can do a bit better than this guy. As we're walking away, I'm not like.
Mhm. She actually stops and Gerudo says to you, I actually don't like him. But I'm too worried about breaking up because I don't think I will find another Hylian.
This is the last straight man in all of Hyrule.
Wow.
This is so unfortunate.
The last single straight man in all of Hyrule. Our parents, most of us, notwithstanding.
I'm technically single.
uh,
I mean, it's complicated for me.
Yeah, that's why I said last straight man.
Okay.
and they part off that way. The most awkward looking couple any of you have ever witnessed in your life.
Wow.
And with that, before we jump into whatever else would happen, we can call the session right there on that awkward note.